Yes, sir. We are live.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Good morning, everyone. I am happy to be here in front of you as a host of this session, which is a very interesting session, which primarily is about how to catch fake, clone, predatory journals in academic environment. I think it's most important for universities like us and for the academic community as a whole to understand what is a fake journal, how to catch a fake journal, and what it is to be a researcher. And we have a personality who has been doing this for the past 1 year. I think the depth of the knowledge in understanding this area, I think, has become a specialty of the resource person, Dr. Sumit Narula. Dr. Sumit Narula is a PhD in electronic media and conflict resolution from Punjab University, Chandigarh. He is presently working as a director, head of the institution, Amity School of Communication at Amity University, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. He has 3 masters, 2 postgraduate diplomas to his credit, and has published 2 books in mass communication journalism and has also edited 7 books. One of his books, Environmental Awareness and Role of Social Media with IGI Publication USA, has recently been indexed by Clarivate Book Citation Analysis and has also published several national and international research papers in academic journals. He also has been a global trotter, has traveled to London, Dubai, Slovenia, Nepal, Singapore, and Amsterdam for his research work and paper presentations. The core areas of his research are new media, convergence media, media research in print media, electronic media, fake news detection, peace building, and conflict resolution. He is also the editor and chief of the biennial Scopus indexed and UGC CARE listed journal named Journal of Content, Community and Communication. He is also the chairperson of recently established Center of Excellence for Detection of Fake News and Disinformation at Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. He also has conducted several workshops in SPSS, Smart PLS, fake news detection, and catching fake and cloned and predatory journals in academics. Now, it was indeed a great pleasure in finding his timing and making sure that the researchers of MIT ADT University have the opportunity to listen to Dr. Narula. Welcome, sir. Dr. Narula, sir. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
And without taking much time, I think all the research scholars are waiting to hear you.
Right.
And I look forward being the audience. And welcome all of you, and welcome Dr. Sumit Narula ji once again. Thank you very much. Please start this session, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Virendra Bhojwani, sir, also. Thank you, sir. We are in touch from the last 10 days and 10-15 days, and we have reached to this level that we are working together now. And whenever I go to any university, I think that all are my colleagues now, and somehow I have joined that university virtually. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. It's going to be a very good journey, research journey together for 2.5 hours. I would expect that you will also give me some names so that I can also check the genuinity or the authenticity of that journal. Before that, I will just give you 7 slides, a basic information about what is predatory cloned and a thin line of difference, and then I will go for hands-on. There are examples with me, around 50 examples with me of predatory and clone journals, and I will show them live. I will expose them in front of you. And sometimes it will feel bad that your journal might there in the predatory list, but errors happen. You need to be careful after this workshop. Before that, whatever happened has happened. So do not worry. And yes, some of the journals will look bad. Some of the papers, I will also show you the meta-analysis which I do on papers and all. Some of the papers will be of really bad quality that has been published. So I will be showing you everything. So just be there with me and let's have a journey together. So I will be sharing my screen. So let me go back to the slides. So it's gonna be hands-on training session. So I will be showing you 7 to 8 slides, then I will go hands-on live. So I am Dr. Sumit Narula. I'm Director, MT School of Communication. We have a center also. I'm a Google certified trainer in the field of fact-checking and disinformation. I went to Singapore in December 2019 before the pandemic. And for 10 days, I was selected by Google to get that training. And after getting the training, I am into this fact-checking and fake news detection. While I was doing the work in the area of fact-checking and fake news detection, I came across some of the predatory and clone journals. And then I started and shifted my work towards that. We have a journal of content, community and communication. It is the only media journal run by any university in India, which is Scopus Index Journal. And we got it indexed in February 2018. So let's have a definition of predatory journals. You must know that, but I have to tell you predatory and then cloned and then something else. Predatory publishing is called write-only publishing or deceptive publishing. Please be very careful. Deceptive publishing. It is an exploitative publishing business model that involves charging publication fees to authors without checking article for quality and legitimacy, and without providing the other editorial and publishing services. Means on the name of APC, article processing charges, you are being fooled to publish with them, with the predatory journals. And the concept of open access, I will clear all your doubts about concept of open access. And yes, there are some journals in which you have to pay the APC. I will clear your doubts also that when and why and to whom you have to pay the APC. You will never pay the APC upfront. I'll tell you how to check that, how to manage that. They are regarded as predatory because scholars are tricked into publishing with them. Although some authors may be aware that the journal is of poor quality. So the onus comes on the research scholars also that they know that the journal is of poor quality. Still they're publishing with them. Why? Because their journal and their research is also of poor quality. That is a problem. New scholars from developing countries are said to be especially at risk of being misled by predatory publishers. According to one study, 60% of articles, I'll show you these studies also, everything whichever I will say is fact-based and research-based. So you can ask anything, any line which I have written, which I will speak will be fact-based. According to one study, 60% of articles published in predatory journals receive no citation over the 5-year period following publication. So I will show you a couple of journals which were in Scopus and they were removed because of the lesser site score also. It's not that they're predatory, but sometimes because of the lesser site score, they are being removed. So I will tell you, I will show you that how to check those lists. I have the full database of Scopus, Clarivate, UGC Care and ABDC. And no list is sacrosanct. There are predatory journals in UGC Care, in ABDC, in Clarivate and in elsewhere. I will show you both the data, all 4 databases. Now clone journals, which is a very, very big menace. Clone journal web pages are a counterfeit mirror of an authentic journal that exploit the title and ISN of legitimate journals. In contrast to predatory journals, clone journals are more likely to accept papers from authors since they have developed as a mirror image of the reputable journal, just as a mirror image, including their domain name. Some of these counterfeit journals actively chase authors through a modified email. That email will be a Gmail or a Yahoo mail. Be very, very careful if you get a call for paper from a Gmail or Yahoo mail that announces a fake call for papers in a current issue of the journal. Authors may be duped by these solicitation into paying an open access publication fees. Again, open access publication fees concept has come, trusting that their work is about to be published in a reputable journal. You will think that your paper is publishing in a reputable journal, but at the end of the day, it is a clone journal. I can show you the list of clone journals. I will show you that. There are 36, but I will first let you know how to catch them on your own. Sometimes the clone journals are not there in that list, right? So impact factors. There's a big discussion on impact factor. Everybody says that my is this impact factor, my is this impact factor. No, there are only 2 impact factors which we have to follow. One is site score by the elsewhere. Another one is JCR by the Clarivate analysis. All other impact factors are dubious and rug. How to check that? So we'll go to this link, write down this link, predatoryjournals.com/matrices. We click on this link. So now you can see list of fake and misleading matrices. There are 7 points which says that why they are fake and misleading. First point, the website for the metric is non-transparent and provides little information about such as location, management team and its experience. The company charges for journal in the inclusion. पैसे लेते हैं वो उनसे. The value for most of the journals will always increase. Impact factor हमेशा बढ़ेगा ही बढ़ेगा. Right. Fourth, very, very important point. Very, very important point. People think that they are in Google Index. It is one of the best. No. Google indexing has nothing to do with academics. It has no algorithm to stop predatory journals. Google will index everything. Tom, Dick, and Harry. Whatever you published, Google will index it. So Google indexing is nothing. As and when if a journal says that it is a Google index journal, no issues. It can be a Google index journal. It gives nothing. There is nothing. Just read this point. The company uses Google Scholar as its database for calculating matrices. Google Scholar does not screen for quality. Google Scholar does not screen for quality and indexes predatory journals. So Google indexing is not the best of the world. The methodology for calculating the value is contrived, unscientific, And the seventh and the important point, very, very important point. The company exists solely for the purpose of earning money from questionable journals that use the gold open access model. I'll tell you what is a gold open access model. The company charges a journal and assigns them a value, and then the journal use the number to help increase article submissions and therefore revenue. So everybody is involved in it, and they are just fooling the education and research system. So who are these dubious impact factor? You can see them alphabetically, starting from A. These are the 4 ones. Then C, site factor. Site score is the original one. Site factor is a dubious one. Cosmos impact factor. As and when you see these dubious impact factor on any of the journal, please do not go to that journal. Please. And UGC has also given us a notice. I'll take you to the UGC Care website. They've also given us a notice on the, on the front page, on the home page, that if a journal is using dubious impact factor, they will be removed from the UGC databases. I'll come back to this UGC databases later. Let's just read this line. If any misleading or false matrices are displayed anywhere on the journal's website or its page, the journal will not be eligible for inclusion in the UGC Care list. So those who would like to go into the UGC Care list with their journal, they need to be very, very careful that they will not follow these impact factors, because many of the journals are using DRJI, then they are using GIF, that is global impact factor, which is a dubious and rug impact factor. Then they go for index Copernicus. Be very, very careful. Index Copernicus has no standing of its own. Just never ever go for index Copernicus. Then you can go to Infobase India. That is also useless. ISI, I42, journal with O and P and root indexing. Then SIJF. All these impact factors are dubious and rug. Please never ever go with the journals which have these impact factors. And I will also show you some of the examples of that. Now, on the same website, you can see on the right side, there is publishers. If you click on the publishers, there is a list of predatory publishers. So publishers are also getting predatory. The latest one added is a Bentham publisher. So if anybody is with the Bentham, please be very, very careful. Bentham is not a good publisher to go with. And there are a couple of other predatory publishers, which I will be also showing you. So this is the website which you have to follow. And on the same website, this is matrices, this is publisher, and you have journals also. Some of the journals which are predatory, this list is not exhaustive. I will show you some more journals, and I'll tell you that how to catch them. But you can check them from here also. Journals starting with 5 keywords: global, American, European, international, Asian. Global, American, international, global, Asian. Journals starting with these 5 names ought to be, not 100%, but ought to be into the predatory list, because it is very, very easy to use the name international. You can see this I. It is very, very easy to use the name international in any journal, but to sustain that merit and to sustain up to the level of international is very, very difficult. So this is a list of predatory journals. Alphabetically, you can see international. There are plenty. Almost every 90% journals will be citing in this list. Coming back to my presentation. So important links, we have our Center for Detection of Fake News and Disinformation. I am doing particular research in it. I have recently applied for postdoc in a university abroad. So if that goes successful, so we will be doing more research into it. I virtually been to many countries now, and the next workshop is in Malaysia on 9th June, where we will be discussing with our Malaysian counterparts and other counterparts that how to stop this predatory publishing. And this is, Clarivate is not that active in that, and Clarivate has a problem. I can say it on the Facebook Live or wherever I go, that ESCI, Emerging Scholar Citation Index, has 95% predatory journals in them. So Clarivate, ESCI has 95% predatory journals in them. I can show you that. I can prove you that. And UGC Care does not, what do you say, approve of ESCI. Why? So there is a reason behind that. I'll show you that also. So be very, very careful if there's ESCI index, that is Emerging Scholar Citation Index in Clarivate. We'll go back to that point later. So we have an email also, email helpline, which I started on the Teachers' Day last year. I get the details from everybody for faculties and research scholars of India to catch and detect fake clone predatory journals. We'll get back to in 48 hours. You can write to us and we will be answering all your queries about everything according to H index, I index, whatever there is in your mind about the research, about the sampling, and whatever there is in your mind, you can write to us. We'll get back to in 48 hours. Either we'll tell them we don't know that, either we'll give you the facts and figures. Nothing we tell that will be wrong. Either we simply say that we don't know that answer, or we will just give you the factful and verified answer, because I have learned that thing that I need to give the factual or verified answers only in my life after that training. So the helpline is CDFND. You can write it down, sir, if you can write it down in the chat box for the students, anybody. CDFND@gwa.mit.edu. And all the details will be with us, and it is a kind of privacy will be maintained. We will not show your data to anybody that you have asked us anything. It is for you and between us. CDFND@gwa.mit.edu. So 15 crucial points. After these 15 crucial points, I'll go live. So the first point, and I will give you all the examples of these 15 points will be given. Examples will be given for all these 15 points. First, most predatory clone journals will not have any submission deadlines. You won't find any submission deadline. You can send them paper in the night. In the morning, you'll get the acceptance, just paying them the money. They will publish out of the purview scope of the journal. I'll show you a couple of journals. Those who are medical journal publishing the papers of Bombay Stock Exchange, or the papers of management publishing the papers of medical health. They will always charge money and will give you early publication. Most of them will be having multiple journals doing the same job. एक ही publisher के 18 journals I'll show you. There is one more rug publisher, IAME publication, 18 publications with them. I'll show you. There is only one paper, one journal got indexed. Now that journal is also thrown out, but they're still publishing with that journal because people don't know where to check it, whether it has been removed or not. I'll show you that link also. They also use the cloned websites with same logo and ISN number. Most of the predatory clone journals will use Gmail accounts. I'm not against Google or Gmail, but Gmail ID is being misused by them. There will be no contact detail of the chief editor and editor, or else they will fake people. I'll show you that also. There are no details, no contact details of these clone journals. And in predatory also, there are no contact details. And then if they give you the details, these are fake people and those people doesn't know that their name is there. Now, how to stop that? I'll show you that. So you have to put on some alerts on your account and then you can save your own career and research. Always check. Ab karna kya hai? Always check the UGC care list, Scopus, and Web of Science data before submitting to any journal. Even the ABDC data has predatory journal to them, and I have written them many times. And let's see what is the answer. I'll also show you the cables black and white list also. That is also very important for you. Always check the making of the website. I'll show you that also, that how you can check the making of a website. Most of the cloned websites are only 400 days old. Because of this lockdown, they have started making up. Earlier, this problem was not there. So it was 400 or 500 days old. So if you have to be in Scopus, you need to have a 3 years of standing. Means a website should be 1000 days old. So that means that website has recently been made and it's not in the Scopus and it is a cloned website. Again, the Google indexing is very easy. Google indexing is very easy and there is no science involved in it and it's not useful anywhere in academics, but it gives you more citation. I am also into Google indexing. My papers are there. You can cite them. It is just for the purpose of citation. No academic value is given to Google Scholar. So never ever think that Google Scholar is something very good. Next, if it is an open access journal, look for DOAJ stamp. That is directory of open access journal. We'll go to that also. Very, very interesting website we have on DOAJ. Then DOI. Every journal must give you DOI. I'll show you how to give that. We have our account in Crossref. That is a metadata manager account for our journal. And I'll show you that how we give DOI and why it is important. What is the usage? Most renowned journals are now integrating ORCID ID. I think everybody is having that ORCID ID. I'll show you those examples also, that where are they being asked. All predatory will have less or more no citations and will be involved in unethical and malpractices. This is it. Questions we will discuss in between or at the end. And these are some of the details to contact me. I'm very active on LinkedIn. You can follow me every day or other day. I keep on putting up something. I have recently uploaded the latest UGC care list where 5 of the journals like Sambodhi, Wesleyan and others have been caught for the predatory content. And I have just uploaded that on LinkedIn for everybody's information. So these are some of the details: CDFND, S Narul, and my mobile number. And let's catch each other on LinkedIn also. So I'm going live, sir. Right. So let me show you first journal. Adalia journal. So now look at this website. This website's looking like a good website. No problem in that. Now how to check that? How to check that? First problem, they are using a Gmail ID here. Second problem, the impact factor is 5.3. From where they have taken this impact factor? No idea. Then they say it is in Web of Science. Yes, this can be in Web of Science. No issues. You go to contact details. We chalo contact karte hain. Nobody is there. You have to fill your own details. Why? Why should we fill our own details to contact them? They should contact us. They should give us details upfront. Editorial board. You just don't know who those people are. Anybody's name can be used here. Even my name can be used here. 4 points. Fifth, call for paper. If you go to call for paper, just look at the scope. The scope says from science to architecture, almost everything. How can be a journal this big that it can cover from arts, physical, biological, management, pharmacy up to architecture? 5 point. 6 point. On the website, you can see the screenshot stating that it is in Web of Science journal because this is MJL. MJL is Web of Science. So I'll take you to that list also. Yes, it is a MJL and Web of Science index journal, but this might not be the original website because just look at the screenshot. It is a Turkish journal publishing the area of archaeology. and published from Turkey. And this does not look like an international website. 6 point. Indexing. Just Google Scholar, the logos have been used. So 7 to 8 points on a website, you can catch it. Then you can go to authors also. These guidelines, money involved, publication charges, upfront. Fee paid for publication of the paper is not refunded under any circumstances. Go to archives. Look at some of the papers. You will be astonished to see the people are publishing useless content with them. Beetle leaf, the ignored green gold. If it is an Adalia journal working in the area of archaeology from Turkey, what do they have to do here? And they are not using the UGC logo. Most of the cloned and predatory journals are using the UGC logo because we are their market. They want to fool Indian research scholars only. उन्हें हमें ही बर्बाद करना है, हमारी research को खराब करना है, हमारे research scholars को सड़क पे लेके आना है. That is a problem that we are facing. Right. So we have reached to this level now that we need to check this journal in Web of Science because there are many problems with this journal. So what we'll do, it's very easy to go to the resources of Web of Science. You can go to Web of Science list. You can log in with your Gmail ID. If somebody says that it's not easy to log in with your Gmail ID, just tell them it is very easy. So you can log in with your Gmail ID, create free account like this. I have created, so I'm not creating it again, but you can enter with your Gmail ID. So like this, you can enter with your Gmail ID. You can enter with your Facebook, with your Google ID, with your Orchid ID, and with your LinkedIn also. You will sign in. And now you have signed in, and this page will come in front of you, which has MJL, search journals, match manuscript, downloads, and centers. We'll come to downloads later. Let's go to the name Adalia. We'll search journal here. Yes, this was the screenshot that we got. But there is a, what do you say, cache to it. There is a cache to it. If you go to view profile page here, which we couldn't go there from that website, view profile page, it will give us all the authentic information about their journal. And journal website, this would be the original website. Why? Because Clarivate and elsewhere, they will not make a mistake in taking, in using the original website, because they have to give us the right and accurate information. And it is an annual journal, and that journal, which is, I would say, is a cloned journal. This is a cloned journal, was saying you can send paper anytime, any day, right? So we will click on the visit site and let's see. It will take us to the original website. So this is the original website of Adalia, a Turkish journal published in Turkish.tr. You can see a Turkish URL. So this is a one example. This is only one example. I'll give you 15 more. Second one, there is one more journal, Ot. So this journal, now what they have used the UGC approved journal. It is in UGC approved care list 2 because it is in Scopus, but this might not be the original website. How do you check that? Again, you can see 3000, blind peer review, Gmail ID, the usage of UGC care. Why they are worrying about UGC care if it is an international journal? Because it is India that they are targeting, Indian research scholars. If you go to contact, the same problem you will see, no picture, same picture, which we saw in this contact details. In this journal, contact, Adalia journal, same picture, and again, the same picture in this. You go to the editorial board, no details, only the names. You don't know who those people are. Current issue, there are many useless papers again. I don't want to go into the details. Go to call for papers. You can see the areas. Search starting from science up to you name an area, they're publishing in them. Right? You go to home. And again, the same problems that you see. 3000 and many more related things. So now how do you cache that? UC Care Group 2 Active Journal. Yes, it is a UC Care Group 2 Active Journal. I have no doubt in that. But we need to check it through the databases of elsewhere. So we will copy this name, Ot. You can also enter the Scopus databases with your Gmail ID. So there is nothing paid in that also. I'm entering with my university ID because I need some more data, but I can also enter with my Gmail ID. Here it is, Gmail ID. So I will log out here and I will enter with my university ID. I hope I'm not going fast and everybody's at the same pace. So here we'll get sources. And you can find the sources by title. Sources is the name of the journals, which are being called sources. Title, publisher, ISN, subject area. We'll go by title. Scopus will self-populate the name if it is indexed here. We'll write autout. Yes, it is self-populated. Scopus has the database with us. It is there. We'll click here. And you can see that it's a La Nova Italian publisher. Can you beat that? Publishing in the area of cultural studies and philosophy. And it is a journal, right? And what we saw, this cannot be a website of an Italian journal publishing from Italy. So 110% it's a cloned website. Scopus will give you the source homepage like the Clarivate has given you. We'll click here and it will take you to the original website, which is there in Italy, publishing in Italian. Just look at this. This is how people are fooling us, this cloned journal people. I will first give you international examples, then I will give you some of the Indian examples. Indian journals have also been cloned. Example number 3 now.
Dr. Sumit,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I have been getting the request that we need to be a bit slower.
Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Maybe I'm going fast. Okay.
Yeah, please. Thank you. Sorry for the disturbance.
No issues. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. Okay, so we have to see the third journal, Xi'an Journal of Architecture and Technology. I'll go slow now. Just look at this website now. Prima facie, it is looking like a dingy website, which has no credibility on its own. How we can say that? Why a website of international journal is having this Scopus screenshot with them on the homepage? Why they are telling us? I will show you our journal. Our journal is also a Scopus index journal, but we haven't used any of the screenshot stating that it is a Scopus index journal. Why we should do that? If it is in Scopus, it is in Scopus. So this is the homepage of the journal, our journal. You click on Scopus and you will reach to the journal. That's it. There are no screenshots involved. So why these journals are showing you screenshot? Because they want to fool you and they want to earn money out of your good research. So again, this is an example of a cloned journal. Prima facie, same things. Submission last date throughout the year. I have told you there will be no last date. Blind peer review, they just write that there's no blind peer review. Frequency 12 issues, although it's not a monthly journal, it's an annual journal. Again, the dubious impact factor 3.7, you don't know from where they have taken. The UC Care Group 2, yes, it is a UGC index journal. UC Group 2 में सारे international journals ही हैं और ये भी उसमें है, लेकिन ये उसकी website नहीं है. And you can see index Copernicus, the dubious impact factor UGC logo they have misused, the DOI logo they have misused. You go to contacts, there will be no details, only the Gmail ID. You go to the editorial board, only the fake names are there, and you don't know whether these people know that or don't, that their name has been misused here. You go to call for paper, a fake call for paper has been announced with almost all the subject areas with a Gmail ID. You go to home, same problems you see with other journals. So how to check that? We will copy this name. We can go to Schemago also. Schemago always speak about the journals which are in elsewhere only. जो Scopus index journal है, उसी पे ही बात होगी. So we can write the name here. Xi'an Journal. Schemago also gives you a good data. So you can see this is a journal. It's in China. Chinese journal and Science Press journal. And this cannot be the original website of a Chinese journal. This cannot be the original website of a Chinese journal. So where is the original website? We will go down here. Science Press. Here it is. Homepage. This is also where to check the homepage. You can check it through Scopus databases also. You can go to sources. You can copy the name here. It will be self-populated like this. Click here. And you can see the area is engineering, architecture, and building construction and all. Source homepage. You click on source homepage. This is the original website, a Chinese website, Journal of Xi'an University of Architecture and Technology. You go via Schemago, it should also take you to the original website, the same one. So Schemago sometimes also gives you full information, where sometimes Scopus doesn't give you that information, but Schemago has the information with you, for you. Right. So journal number 4. Now I will expect that you can catch the journal on your own. So just giving you an example. When submit paper and Gmail, the UGC link that it is in UGC, and then Scopus activity link, yes, it is in Scopus, and this will not is the This is not the original website. You can go to current issue, you can go to contact, you cannot contact them, you go to editorial board, only the names are there. You go to current issue, some of the papers you can see, and I feel very bad for these people, those who are publishing with them. Even these lovely professional university or Maharashtra or Guwahati, you can see almost all the Indians, almost all the papers are from Indian research scholars or Indian people, somebody from lovely professional university, and they don't even relate to the name of that journal. They just publish with them, stating that they are under pressure to save their jobs and publishing with, and it is a mandatory thing for them to publish. So it is up to the universities also now to understand that publishing good is more easy than publishing this type of papers with clone journals. That is not giving a good name to the universities, those who are published, those faculties are publishing with them. So how to catch that? We will copy this name, Zaichin. We'll go to the elsewhere databases, the Scopus databases. We'll go to sources. It should be self-populated. If journal is not, we'll copy. Yeah. Self-populated here. Language and linguistics and journal. Publisher Signum Verlag. So the problem sometimes here is that you now don't have the home page here. So if you don't have the home page here, people can be misguided to take it as the home page of that journal. So that is also sometimes the problem of the elsewhere databases. They don't have the home page. Although they have the journal indexed with them and they have papers in the content cover, you can see they have papers from that journal, but they don't have the home page of that journal with them. So that is also a kind of anomaly in the databases of elsewhere. So how we'll catch that? We'll go to Schemago and we'll try to find if we can catch the original website from there. Yes, it is a German journal. So 110% I'm sure that it's not a German website. So even if you cannot reach to the original website, from the country itself, you can imagine that German people will not make this website for UGC care people. They're not worried about Indian UGC care and all. But we'll try to find out the original website. We'll click on Zaichin. H index is 1. Here is a home page. We'll click on home page and it will take us to the original website. So this is the original website. Can you beat that? A German website being cloned and being made here as a, the website for a research paper to publish. Number 4. So every database has problems with them. Proteus research. So how do we search that? Anybody can unmute. And what are the problems with this website? Can you find them out? Anybody can unmute, or anybody from the university authorities, those who are listening. What is the problem with this and from where we can catch the original one?
So Gmail ID is given. Gmail ID.
Yeah, Gmail ID is given. Excellent. You have got it. Gmail ID is given. And this impact factor?
I think good journals will not bother about UGC care. They will never mention UGC care.
Yes. They're not for India only. Na? International journals, they are not worried for India only. They say them that they are international journals and they are not worried about UGC care list. Point number 2. Point number 3, you can see the impact factor 1.5. You don't know from where they have taken. And then you can again see the screenshot stating that it is in a Web of Science journal. Yes, it is a Web of Science journal. I am agreeing, fully agreeing with them. But this is not the original website. Because this is written, if you bold this screenshot, zoom out, this is a Shippensburg University, Pennsylvania. A Shippensburg University, Pennsylvania journal will not look like this. And then you can see this copyright forms and all. Contact us. There will be no details again like this.
Even they are trying to prove that they are Web of Science. So the good journalists try to prove they are Web of Science purpose.
Then you go to the editorial board, only the names. You go to the homepage again. Same problem. You can see multidisciplinary, submission date throughout the year, acceptance within 24 hours. Within 24 hours they are accepting. And publication within 48 hours after receiving the publication fees. Frequency 12 issues. This shows their intentions, that they are a cloned or a predatory journal, not the original ones. So how to check that? We'll copy that, Proteus. We'll go to the Web of Science resources. Return to search results. We'll copy the name here. Proteus, search, exact match found. One is Proteus Slovenia, one is Shippensburg. They've given us a screenshot of this. We'll go to view profile page. More information is there. It is only biannual journal, you can see. AHCI, that is Arts and Humanities Citation Index, and it is semi-annual. And if you click on visit site, you will reach to the original website. It will come over this, Adalia. The website is not working. They have an error, but this would be the original website, Schippenberg University. Right? Next example. One more Chinese journal, Zhejiang Journal. Journal of Zhejiang University. So everywhere you will see these predatory and clone journals are on the top. Why? Because they are misusing the SEO, that is search engine optimization. They know how to use it and how to put that on their website. So their website will always come on the top. So be very, very careful. whatever you see on the top may not be the right one. So this is Journal of Zhejiang University again. You see group 2, they are saying active journal is Scopus. Yes, it is active. Again, they are using the screenshot, the same problems, multidisciplinary, impact factor. 48 hours. They are reading some paper. That is why they are saying 48 hours. Otherwise, acceptance status is 24 hours. Frequency and all. And this. Right. Contact us. No details. Editorial board. Only the names. No detail to contact them or to the email IDs. If you go to original journal like us, you go to the editorial board. It's a Scopus index of a journal. You see my details up front with all the email IDs and required email IDs. And the mobile number. These are the email IDs that we use, jcc@jw or snarula. We use JCC for our journal. You go to advisory board, board members. Here are they. And if you go to the editorial board, you can see all the names with the email IDs, with the official email IDs. So that people should know who are the people, those who are attached with us and working with us. And here you will see nothing. You go to the call for people and indexing, again the useless information is given for you. So how to catch that? We'll copy it from here. We'll go to the elsewhere databases, go to sources. We'll put the name here. Scopus will self-populate because it is indexed in Scopus. Here it is. It is a Chinese science press journal. It is an electronic and electronic engineering journal. Source homepage, and this is the original journal. The website might be down. No, the website is okay. So sometimes the websites are down. So these are some of the examples. Now I'll give you 5 more, but I won't explain them much. I'll just give you the names of those websites. First one is aguim.com. I think you can catch it now. Is it a fair one or the cloned one? Anybody?
Again, Gmail website, UGC Care.
Right. UGC Care, Gmail and everything. If you go down, you will see throughout the year, 24 hours, publication within 24 hours, 12 issues, and this is the money involved. And the same dubious impact factor, SJIF and all. So where is the original journal? You can catch it through the Scopus elsewhere or through the Clarivate Web of Science databases. Right? Next one. Lino. Just look at this journal. Can you point out any error? A very glaring error.
Multidisciplinary.
Right. You see the S is caps on authors. They don't even know that how to write that. And they're ready to run a journal. Very glaring mistake that everybody has to see. So you need to see the face of that website and for that journal also, that what kind of errors that they are making. And it is in Scopus, but this is not the original website. Right? And some papers are there. I am not going for the meta-analysis. Next. Lino ho gaya. Just look at this journal. And they are alive and people are publishing with them. My problem is that I'll show you a couple of journals which are being closed down because of the intervention of the UGC team. But these international journals are still thriving. Indian cloned journals are almost closed. Almost. One or two websites are alive. But these internationals are still thriving and people are publishing with them. That is very, very sad affairs. And this is my 82nd workshop. 82nd since May 2020. But still, I'm not able to reach almost to all people. I'm trying my level best. Every day or some other day or twice a week, I do these workshops. But sometimes I feel really bad when I see people publishing with them. Because this will not take them anywhere. Publishing with cloned journals will not take you everywhere, anywhere. Next. GIS. And you can see all the cloned journals are on the top with the usage of SEO being misused. Now, what is the problem with this journal? GIS Science Journal. Upfront, they have written Scopus Active and UGC Care. Why? And why UGC approved journal logo? Because they're fooling Indian research scholars only. They're after us. They're after our country. So that our research should go into, what do you say, into gutter and all. Then we should not publish and people should not believe into our research. People should say that Indians are not doing good research. They are publishing in clone journals. Why they are not international publishers or international researchers publishing with them? Because they are just being trained to hijack the Indian research only. In Predatory, you will see foreigners also. In Predatory, I will show you some of the foreigners being involved. But here, it is the only Indian research which is not doing well. It's going bad. Next. Next is the last international journal. Then I will go to some of the Indian journals. So in my list, yes, this is the journal. International Journal of Disaster Recovery and Business Continuity. Very, very unique case of cloning. Very, very unique case of cloning. So now just look at this website. Tell me the error in this website. Somebody has to unmute and participate so that I should understand that people are there with me. Otherwise, I'll feel alone.
So last date of every month, that is the publication date.
Yes, it cannot be monthly journal if it is Web of Science. Yes, in Web of Science, some are monthly, but these are ESCI and ESCI are kind of predatory ones. So yes, this is a good point. One more glaring mistake.
Society.
Society, excellent. C pakad liya sir aapne, excellent. Society, excellent.
And sir, it should be SC and society. The acronym is also wrong. The abbreviation of the
right. Excellent. So now we'll go to the contact details. Nothing is there. Right? These people will never ever give you the contact details. These predatory and clone people. You go to the editorial board. Only the names. You don't know who these people are. You go to home again, and it is saying that it's in Web of Science. We'll check it there. We will check it there. It is saying that it is an Australian journal. I don't think so. It's an Australian website. Right? And then if you see some of the research papers of this journal, let's do the meta-analysis also. It is a disaster recovery paper, or a disaster recovery journal. What is this paper doing here? American imperialism and colonialism in Asia. Liaquat Ali. Somebody from Pakistan has published 4 research papers together in that. I don't want to go to the text. Text will also be useless. But somebody from Pakistan has published 4 research papers in them. And even if you have to publish, he can be from Germany also. Please see the purview of the journal. The name of that journal. Disaster Recovery and Business Continuity has nothing to do with relation with the neighbor states and Benazir Bhutto's politics and something from the American policy. What are we reading? And what are they publishing? Now, where is the original journal? We'll copy this name from here. Command C. We'll go to our Web of Science resources. Return to search results. We'll copy the name here and we'll go for search. Yes, it is an Australian journal published by Nadia Publication and ESCI. ESCI journal. View profile page. And you can see it is an annual journal. And ma'am has rightly said it is written monthly journal. So annual journal, visit site, it will come over here. The Nadia Publication. This is the original website. This is the original website of that journal. So everything is there in the database. You just have to be more focused, more inquisitive, and more doubtful about now. Writing, publishing is something else. Now you have to catch these journals, and you do not have to get into the trap of these useless journals. So what was the error? There was one more error. When we typed this journal, the original journal was sitting at the right, sitting at the second point. Here it is. We have the habit of clicking on the first link and taking it as the original one. No, you need to change that policy. Because of the usage of SEO, Smart Search Engine Optimization, it has been put on top, but you can see the original journal is sitting at second. So if you scroll down, you will catch the original one on your own because it is there on the second. But we have the habit of clicking on the first one. Please be very careful. Do not feel that the first one is the right one.
Sir,
go ahead, ma'am.
There could be a possibility that even second, third are also the fake ones.
Yes. So it's
but
only
first
the will never be the right.
Yeah.
First most of the time is not the right one.
Because of SEO, right?
Yes, SEO. Because of the misuse of SEO.
Yes. So we have to go to Web of Science group, and then we have to
you
check
have to see you have to see in which database that journal is lying. If it is in elsewhere, you go to elsewhere. If it is in Web of Science, you'll go to Web of Science. If it is in UGC Care, you will go to UGC Care. Now we will shift to UGC Care. This is the last journal, international journal. Then I will take you to the UGC Care and I will tell you that how to check that also in UGC also.
So there is no possibility that even all these UGC Care and elsewhere, they also have their clones.
Yes, yeah. Cloned is everywhere. ABDC can also be cloned.
So one question here in this particular, I can see that the first one which you said fake, it says having url.org, while the second one is having the .com. Normally we feel that, when we have kind of a
yes,
.org,
the org is the right one. Yes, we say that the organization.
We normally feel it. I mean, we have been told it in that way.
Sir, they are fooling us and they are more intelligent than us, but not better than us. हमसे तेज हैं तो लगा रहे हैं सब कुछ कर रहे हैं. मैं 4 journals बंद करता हूँ 6 और आ जाते हैं. So they are better than us, but we have to catch them because we know their pulse. They are illiterate people. They don't know how to do good research and how to go as near to the original journal. They just cannot because they are flashing UGC Care, flashing Scopus, flashing money, flashing useless paper. So they will be caught. Is
that because of that requirement of PhD completion? This whole business is going on.
This whole business is thriving because we are under pressure to publish. I am a PhD of 2011. We were not under that pressure. It's 10 years old PhD now. But I have 6 people under me and they have to publish 2 research papers per year. So there is a science and mechanism to it that they should start publishing in the 3rd year. They start publishing when they have to submit the thesis, then they publish with the clone journals. If we told them that 3rd to 4th year, please publish good research papers, in 1 year they can publish. In 1 year they can publish. So what happens with the research scholars here in India? For 4 years they do nothing. They just sit with their hands folded. And the guides also does not. I am against guides also, some of the guides. The guides are also very poor. They have oldies now. They don't know what is happening new in the world and they are not up to date. They don't want to be up to date. They tell them to, 2-3-5 karke thesis le aao, we'll see to it. They brought the thesis and after that thesis, the requirement is a Scopus. So they don't know what is Scopus. So whatever they see in the form of clone, they will publish with them. Yeah. And many of the PhDs are being ruined. I will not name the university here. Some of the universities categorically get their research data checked through me. And I was astonished to say that 21 PhDs they've lost because of this problem. And when I asked the research scholars, we had a meeting, they said they were literally claiming that the guides did not help them. Because the research scholars are naive. They are new. अगर वो इतने इंटेलिजेंट है फिर उन्हें PhD करने की जरूरत ही क्या है? वो PhD इसलिए तो करने आए हैं कि कोई उन्हें समझाएगा, कोई पढ़ाएगा. But guides are not occupied. They are into something else. So that is the problem of the research scholar as well as the guide and as well as the university. University people are also not aware the IQAC cells and all. That this is happening and they are giving okay to the PhDs. Even if it is a clone journal. Abhi to hum predatory pe nahi aaye. You will be astonished to see the level of predatory journalism, predatory research happening.
Thank you, sir, for these inputs. And we are fortunate that our university is arranging such sessions.
I am fortunate with you, ma'am. I am fortunate with Krishnamurthy, sir, that in 15 days we made this happen. We just know each other from the last 15-20 days. Yes. Even and he liked my work, that he said good about me. So I always wanted to with the sir. So I said, sir, I will join you.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So this is a part. So this is a part and parcel of this, that we have to work together. And sir has rightly said that whenever you see something now, you need to be in some doubt. इतनी जल्दी कोई पेपर कैसे पब्लिश कर देगा? इतने बड़े रिसर्चर हम कैसे बन गए? In one day, somebody is publishing a paper and saying that it is in Scopus. No, it takes 6 months. One of my paper is still stuck with a journal, ABTC B category from last 11 months. So it is stuck there. It is not, rejected. Changes are there, but 11 months they are taking. I don't need any papers now for my own career, but my researchers are publishing. So I tell them, for 1 year, just publish 2 papers and go away with your PhD. Do not publish 7 research papers in a cloned or a predatory journal and then you say that you need a PhD.
Yes,
right.
Sumit sir, now,
yes, Harvinder ji.
Yeah, in screen, I think first journal and second journal. Second is original, Nadia. Right?
Nadia.
Now, why can't this original journal owner take an initiative and sue this first one? Why are you using?
We are in touch with them. They are in Australia. They said that it's an Indian origin journal. We do not have this kind of relationship that we should try to Indian government, and we are not in a hurry because we know our clientele and we know the people. Because in Australia, nobody is fooling each other, na? So it is basically the Indians are being
data filtering can be done, na? If the same thing is repeating, maximum journals are cloned and predatory. Now researchers as well as the people will all be confused which one is original. I think this is the learning.
इसीलिए अवेयरनेस वर्कशॉप कर रहे हैं ना सर हम, कि आप अपने हाथों से आप पकड़ेंगे. We don't have to go to any link or to any agency. You'll catch the journals on your own with facts and figures. ये फैक्ट चेकिंग क्यों कर रहे हैं हम? जब आप खुद पकड़ेंगे. आज अगर हमारे पास, I don't know the numbers, अगर हमारे पास 150 लोग हैं, 500 हो गए हैं. I multiply 1 into 3. एक 3 को बताएगा. तो 500 लोग हो गए, तो I don't think so awareness. अब हमें, मैं गवर्नमेंट को बोलता हूँ, nor I say you see anything. इनसे कुछ नहीं होना, nor we should believe in everything the government will do for us. We have to save our own souls.
Right.
We have to save our own souls.
Filtering.
Sir, so original journal जो रहती है, तो like you said, this fake journals try to be on the top. So the original people जो है, they don't try to use that benefit of internet and go on top.
नहीं मैम, देखियो जो जर्मन में जर्नल चल रहा है, वो जर्मन में तो टॉप में दिखाई दे रहा होगा ना, जब उसे जर्मनी में आप ढूंढोगे जाके.
अच्छा.
ये तो इंडिया में SEO लगा हुआ है ना उसके ऊपर.
SEO can be bought. That's the thing. That is the only thing. So filtering won't help.
और दूसरा, हम SEO को भूल जाते हैं, हम चीजों को भूल जाते हैं. आपको अवेयरनेस कैंपेन में 10 पॉइंट मैंने बताए हैं. कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स फर्जी होंगी, एडिटर डिटेल नहीं मिलेंगे आपको, पेपर्स आर यूजलेस, गो टू द डेटाबेसेस, चेक द ऑथेंटिसिटी, चेक द मेकिंग. अभी मेकिंग पर भी आएंगे. चेक द मेकिंग ऑफ द वेबसाइट. 10 पॉइंट्स आई हैव गिवन यू. Go for these 10 points. Why we are just discussing? Yes, independently do your work. Forget about SEO.
Sir, if I check, sir, if I published a paper and I came to know it's a clone journal, what step I can do?
You can write to them. Go for a case of cybercrime. You can threat them, and they might delete your paper, and they give you money back also sometimes. Next, if they do not delete your paper, then your paper is gone. And you just cannot use it anywhere else, because this question will again come that whether we can use it or not. You cannot use it because as an editor-in-chief, I can tell you, as and when I get a paper, I'll get it checked in a Turnitin or a Authenticate software, they will catch it. So it will come under the category of plagiarism. So if they do not remove it, it is gone. It is gone. And sometimes they remove, even then it is into the Internet Archive through the Google Scholar. So Google Scholar does not remove anything. Google is not worried about your research. It is just like the indexing agency. They will index everything. So 99% of the paper is gone.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Because this will be a question. Yes.
Sir. Hello, sir. Recently, what happens? Majority of the good publishers are going for the open access journals.
Yes.
Yes, like Hindvi or MDPI. So, what is the credibility of
MDPI is a
journals,
predatory journal. Do not go with MDPI. MDPI is Swiss journals company, 145 index journal in Scopus, but they are under red flag. Do not go with Hindvi and MDPI. I'll show you their journals that how many papers they are publishing. They're publishing around 40,000, around 14,000 research paper in an year. 14,000. उनका journal है sustainability. अब बात हो ही गई है. I'll just show you that journal. Sources. Sustainability. स्पेलिंग शायद मेरे गलत आ रहे हैं. सस्टेनेबिलिटी, अकेला सस्टेनेबिलिटी इनका एक जर्नल है. आप हैरान हो जाएंगे उसको देखकर. carefully. ये है ओपन एक्सेस जर्नल है, MDPI कंटेंट कवरेज 10,000 in 2020. अब तक 5,000 पब्लिश हो चुके हैं मई में, और ये 20-25 हजार पेपर पब्लिश करेगा इस साल. तो क्या रहेगा इसका? ये प्रीडेटरी कैटेगरी शुरू हो जाती है. इसको हम बाद में शुरू करते हैं. I'll give you many examples of predatory journals. Those who are predatory कैसे journals होते हैं? Why they are predatory? Because they are into the databases of AVDC or Web of Science and on elsewhere. Then they save their souls. वो अपनी आत्मा बेच देते हैं, उसके बाद फिर वो पैसा कमाना शुरू करते हैं, और फिर वो कुछ भी पब्लिश करते हैं. 14,000 है, 18,000 है, 25,000 रिसर्च पेपर्स भी जर्नल में है. उसको भी कैसे पकड़ना? I can tell you. I will take you to the websites, and on the websites there are certain points. If you see them carefully, you will come to know beforehand that this journal has turned predatory. Right? So let's close the cloned journal. Anything related to clone somebody want to ask? So that
one more question, sir.
Yes.
Sir, like there are conferences are there, and then these conferences are publishing proceedings like elsewhere or Taylor Francis. Then 100-200 papers are there. So
सर वो कैटेगरी में आता है. वो अगर देखिए आपने किसी कॉन्फ्रेंस के साथ पेपर पब्लिश किया, आप यहाँ उसको देख कैसे सकते हैं? आप सोर्सेस में सर्च में जाएंगे, ऑथर्स में गया, आपने मेरा नाम टाइप किया, तो मेरे नाम के आगे जितने पेपर हैं दिख जाएंगे. रिसर्च पेपर है कि कॉन्फ्रेंस पेपर्स हैं? तो कॉन्फ्रेंस के भी होते हैं पेपर्स, और वो आइडिया हो जाता है आपको.
So in which category we can consider them? Because again
they are in the conference category. You just cannot give PhD on the basis of conference. You need to have a research publisher. Research paper होना चाहिए, वो conference publication नहीं होनी चाहिए. You cannot give a PhD on conference publication.
Right, sir.
Okay, sir. I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Sir, there are some journals. I am Mangesh Ahri from Nasik. Sir, there are some journals listed in Scopus, Stellar and Francis Publishers, Emerald, but they are charging for open access fees and some article processing charges. And they are also observed in Sky Mago ranking. Their ranking.
Yes.
They also
मैं समझ गया.
Yeah.
मैं समझ गया.
So what is this?
क्या होता है?
Yeah.
Sage का एक जर्नल है.
Yeah.
Sage का एग्जांपल इसलिए देता हूँ क्योंकि I am working with Sage in some of the areas, but वैसे इनका काम भी अच्छा है.
Yeah.
So एक ये जर्नल है, बिग डेटा एंड सोसाइटी नाम है इस जर्नल का. ओरिजिनल वेबसाइट है. क्लोनिंग की बात अब हम नहीं कर रहे. दिस इज ओरिजिनल वेबसाइट. यू गो टू जर्नल इन्फो, जर्नल डिस्क्रिप्शन. लेट्स सी जर्नल की डिस्क्रिप्शन क्या है, और देन सी दिस. द आर्टिकल प्रोसेसिंग चार्जेस इज $1,500 USD. $1,500 USD इसकी आर्टिकल प्रोसेसिंग चार्जेस है. अप फ्रंट नहीं देना है. डू नॉट हैव टू गिव अप फ्रंट. यू हैव टू गिव द आर्टिकल प्रोसेसिंग चार्जेस पेबल व्हेन अ मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट इज एक्सेप्टेड आफ्टर पीयर रिव्यू बिफोर इट इज पब्लिश्ड. पीयर रिव्यू में 6 महीने लगेंगे. इतनी आसानी से पीयर रिव्यू नहीं होता. ऑथर्स हु डू नॉट हैव फंडिंग कैन आल्सो आस्क कि हमें वेवर मिल जाए. अब ये पैसे क्यों मांग रहे हैं? $1,500 सेज क्यों मांग रहा है? लेट्स सी द स्टेटस ऑफ दिस जर्नल. इस जर्नल का स्टेटस चेक करते हैं कि इसकी रैंकिंग क्या है. आप जर्नल की रैंकिंग में चेक कर सकते हो. अगेन टाइटल में आपने नाम डाला, बिग डेटा एंड सोसाइटी. साइट स्कोर 10 है इसका. सोशल साइंसेज में 10 का मतलब है कि आप दुनिया के नंबर 1 होने चाहिए. Yes, world's #1 journal in the area of communication, and that too open access. Open access का मतलब क्या है? I can go to the website and can download any paper without asking anybody, without taking any permission from anybody. I'll go to journal home and I can simply download this paper which has published in world's #1 journal free of cost. So now who will pay that cost?
Yes.
Who will pay that cost? The researcher will pay that cost, because he wanted his paper to be free, open access to everybody. Go to a journal which is a closed journal. I have published a journal in ABDCP category. They asked me that you want to go open access. I have to pay $1,500. I said no. You sell my paper for $37. I have no issues, but I cannot pay you $1,500 because that was not the top notch. If it's a A-star journal, I will give them $1,500 on my own because I will be at the top. So now, if you want this paper to get free, this is a free paper. You can just download it here. Click download. It's downloaded. So if you want to go for this kind of journal, which is world's #1 journal and having open access, you get more and more citation, and you can see all the ORCID IDs have also been imbibed, which I have told you that everybody is asking for ORCID ID. So if you want to see your research go too far and wide, you have to pay. in original journals, and a voucher will be issued to you. Not that is it somebody's Paytm account or somebody's Pay to Google Pay account. You will given a voucher by the Sage for that, right? So this is a whole story of open access. I'll give you a link also. Open access, gold open access and green open access policies. They're very interesting. Basically, it was started for the welfare of the science, the open access thing, but it was being misused by these cloned and predatory journals stating that ये तो सब जगह लगती है, फीस तो देनी पड़ती है. भाई देनी ऐसे नहीं पड़ती. There is a rule to it. ऐसे नहीं कोई भी आपसे कोई भी फीस मांग सकता है. It's up to you. You can go into this green open access archiving journals also, and you can go to other journals also. Do not publish with Big Data and Society if they're charging 1,500, or tell them that you are from a poor country. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
And you can see that. Right.
सर अभी जैसे आपने बोला कि कॉन्फ्रेंस का नहीं चलता है एक्सेप्टेंस फॉर पीएचडी सबमिशन, तो अभी जैसे हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी में भी एक कॉन्फ्रेंस अभी हुई ये लास्ट वीक में, MIT एडिट यूनिवर्सिटी.
ओके.
तो अभी हमको हमारा पब्लिकेशन स्कोपस में जाने वाला है.
नहीं आप जर्नल के साथ जाए ना. आप देखिए दो चीजें हैं. एक तो कॉन्फ्रेंस प्रोसीडिंग्स छप रही हैं. मुझे ये नहीं पता कि कॉन्फ्रेंस प्रोसीडिंग्स छप रही हैं कि आप जर्नल के साथ काम कर रहे हैं.
नहीं, वो लोग हमसे पेपर, सो दे विल बी टेकिंग पेपर फ्रॉम अस एंड दे विल बी पब्लिशिंग इट इन अ जर्नल. एंड
फिर एक्सेप्टेड है. फिर तो उसमें तो रिसर्च पेपर आ जाएगा ना. फिर तो रिसर्च पेपर आ जाएगा. कॉन्फ्रेंस पेपर लिखा नहीं होना चाहिए. जैसे लेक्चर नोट्स इन मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग है, वो 37,000 में पब्लिश करता है. मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको. इंजीनियरिंग के लोगों में बड़ा होता है. लेक्चर नोट्स नाम के इनकी चलती है. वो लाखों पेपर, हजारों पेपर. देखिए लेक्चर नोट्स ये सारे आ गए. लेक्चर नोट्स. अब मान लीजिए मैं लेक्चर नोट्स इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग चेक कर रहा हूँ, तो ये जो पेपर होंगे ना लेक्चर नोट्स इन इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियरिंग, ये सारे कॉन्फ्रेंस पेपर माने जाते हैं. और जबकि स्प्रिंगर नेचर का है क्योंकि ये बुक सीरीज में आ रहा है. और अगर आप इसका कंटेंट कवरेज देखेंगे, देखिए थाउजेंड्स ऑफ रिसर्च पेपर्स चले आ रहे हैं. तो इट हैज नो वैलिडिटी क्योंकि ये कॉन्फ्रेंस के उसमें दिखाई देंगे आपके, और वैसे भी बुक सीरीज है.
यस यस, थैंक यू.
अगर आपके साथ जर्नल जा रहा है और जर्नल ऑथेंटिक है, I really don't want to say कि वो प्रेडेटर क्लोन निकले. जर्नल ऑथेंटिक है तो यू आर गुड टू गो.
ओके सर.
यस. व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ जर्नल अगर आप कहें तो अभी सर्च कर दे.
उन्होंने जर्नल के बारे में अभी बताया नहीं है, बट जस्ट
बी वेरी केयरफुल. अगर उन्होंने नहीं बताया, आई डोंट वांट टू से इट बट बी वेरी केयरफुल बिकॉज ये आपको पहले पता होना चाहिए. ऐसे ही किसी भी
13,000 charges are there because
no please I think you should avoid that because these are some of the paper broking agencies like IEFRP.
Bhojwani sir, could you please give input in this particular context?
Please avoid these kind of paper broking agencies. IEFRP is one of the most renowned one in fooling people, in publishing with fake and predatory and cloned journals. Be very careful from this. Yes, Bhojwani sir. What is the name of that journal?
Actually, Dr. Jawan madam is looking into that. I'll confirm this. Right now, I don't.
Okay. We are together till 12:30. So if the name comes to you, you can ask me anytime. So be very careful from these kind of paper broking agencies also, guys. Never ever go with them and publish with them.
Sir, I have one more question. Some of the journals are discontinued from Scopus list for a period of 6 months, and they are again added.
ना मुश्किल होता है वो. I'll get back to you this also. मैं आपको दिखाऊंगा सारा दिखाऊंगा मैं. वो प्रेडेटरी की कैटेगरी में सब कुछ आएगा. अभी तो हम सिर्फ क्लोनिंग पर ही चल रहे हैं, और अभी मैंने आपको इंडियन जर्नल्स भी दिखाने हैं, यूएसए केयर लिस्ट भी दिखानी है.
ओके,
चलेंगे उस पर भी, वो भी दिखाऊंगा मैं आपको.
ओके
सर.
यस मैम.
Sir, I submitted one paper in Inder Science, which is a UK-based journal.
Inder Science takes time. They take time.
Yeah. So they last September I did it. Now they are in March. They told me that we are still reviewing and we will get back to you in the month of May. So this delay is logical delay.
Inder Science, logical. They are poor journal. They are poor company.
Okay.
They are a poor company. They don't have much of the excitement in them. And people avoid them, and some of the journals are recently been.
But it is not.
No. In the science, company is not fake. Some of the journals are in Scopus. Around 18 to 20 journals are in Scopus. 10 have been, or 7 have been removed. They are not very excited for research in the science.
So I have not yet withdrawn, but I am just going.
No. Just see that whether that journal is in any database. किसी database में है वो journal? कि सिर्फ simple journal है?
नहीं. It is there in the database.
Then it is fine. Then stay with them.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sir, can you check one journal, Indian Journal of Ecology?
It is in, ma'am, Scopus?
It is not in Scopus, I suppose.
It is there, ma'am. Indian Journal of Ecology.
It is there. Okay.
It is there, ma'am.
Okay. Just can we see the home page?
Yeah, this is home page.
Okay, so I am
looking
saying,
like a dubious website. Prima facie. But it's not.
Yeah, it is not original.
It is original, looking like a dubious website. Sometimes the websites are poorly maintained. So I can understand that it's an Indian Ecology Society and the people are not bothered about that. How does a website should look like? Because the work is going on, and
because I have submitted one paper here in January and still it is under review only.
You can go with them.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So can you just check, Sir Rashmi, can you just check one paper called from publisher International Conference on Interface and Human Computer Interaction 2021?
What you said, ma'am? Can you repeat?
I've just typed on chat message. Can you just check whether that paper...
There are 51 chat messages. I haven't read any of that. So I think Thakur sir is taking care of them. Okay, I'm taking it from here. International Conference of 2020. Come on, see.
Rashmi, it will be conference paper.
Yeah, it's a conference paper, but check whether it is.
Okay.
This is what you are looking for.
Yes, sir.
You can see they have Inder Science with them, Scopus and all. Abasco. There is nothing good in Abasco. The best Thomson and Reuters has lost now. It is Clarivate. Thomson Reuters कोई भी use कर रहा है तो बड़ा doubtful हो जाता है. Cross-ref member कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. ये मुझे वैसी ही कंपनी लग रही है जैसे IFERP थी. Online here. Cross-ref member होना कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. मैं आपको cross-ref भी बता दूंगा. DY लेते हैं उसमें, वो predatory पे डिस्कस करते हैं, तब आते हैं. ठीक है, इस पर Rashmi ma'am, I'll do research on it and I'll get back to you. First, let me close a cloned wala topic.
Okay.
So we have certain cloned journals which are of Indian nature, Indian origin. Let's go for that. So those journals which are publishing in Marathi, originally publishing in Marathi, Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, and some of these languages have been cloned here in India. I'll show you one example. Mukt Shabd. So Mukt Shabd, just look at the website. Again, the SEO is happening and it is on the first thing. Mukt Shabd journal. You click here and you will see. So now prima facie, again, you can see that it is a cloned website. How? Because the Gmail ID, the impact factor 4.6, UGC logo, and contact. If you go to contact, only some Pune, आपके पुणे का ही है कोई. Somebody from Chinchwad, Pune, Maharashtra, has using this. Anyway, let's not say anything to Pune. I like Pune a lot. I've been to Pune twice, so it's a good city. So you can see, you can see some of the problems here. The same thing. Areas, subject areas are too much. Again, the logos. But they have given us a screenshot stating that it is in UGC care. Yes, it is in UGC care. And now we will go to UGC care. And it is again multidisciplinary and all. You go to call for papers. And very interesting point is, see the editorial board. People from Harvard and Stanford are in this editorial board. देखिए तो सही आप. Stanford, Harvard, Yale University are with Mukt Shabd, which is a Marathi journal. ये एक मराठी जर्नल है और प्रिंट में चलता है. ई में बन नहीं सकता. इट कैन नॉट हैव द ई वेबसाइट बिकॉज इट डज नॉट हैव द ई ISN. बट वेयर इज इट नाउ? कहाँ है? कैसे ढूंढे? विल गो टू UGC केयर लिस्ट. Anybody can enter the UGC care list like this with your Gmail ID and reach to the home. And then select title, Mukt, search. Here it is, Mukt Shabd, print only. Everybody, Mukt Shabd, print only. You cannot have the website because it does not have the EISN. Be very, very careful. An online journal must have the EISN with them. It does not have. We'll go to view. These are the details. Just look at that details. Subject is language. Focus subject is Marathi. Publication language is Marathi. Go to table, current table of contents. Here it is. This is the Mukt Shabd journal, publishing in Marathi. And this was the website. Somebody cloned that journal into electronic and made the website of the print journal. One example. These are Indian journals. Let's go to Kalas Rover. Here it is. Again, the cloned website of the original journal. It does not have the EISN with them. Again, you can see some of the problems. Now, there is a very important link also. If you go to the homepage of UGC Care, there is an alert. List of cloned journals, group 1 and group 2. मैं आपको इस पे पहले भी ला सकता था कि सीधे ही पकड़ के दिखा दूं, आप सीधे लिस्ट दे दूं आपको. No, I wanted you to catch the journals on your own because this list is not final and exhaustive. Some of the journals are not added into that list. So if we click on group 2 list, which are international journals working in different languages like German and all, I have shown you examples. Adalia, Aguim, Ot, Jaichin, JIS, High Technology Letters. They are around 28. Zyphorus. There are 28 research international journals which are being cloned. Right? And on the same link, you have group 1. Group 1, Indian journals which have been cloned. So most of the Indian journal websites are being closed. So this is the link around 33. ये Wesleyan भी आ गया है. Wesleyan, Utkal, then Tathapai, Mukt Shabd I've just shown you. Sambodhi. I got so much of request about Sambodhi. And here is the problem with Sambodhi, you can see. And then Mukt Shabd I have shown you. And then we have Kala, Kalas Rover, and Juni Khayab and all. Around 33 Indian research journals have been cloned, and UGC was having a tab on them. You can also write to UGC. There is a link which says contact. In contact, you can contact them here. Type of inquiry, report cloned journal. You can click on that and you can give them the details. And they will get back to you, and 99% they update that list. So people like us, हमारे जैसे लोग अब इस देश की मदद कर रहे हैं. Do not see or do not think that UGC people will do it for you. No, they also need help. And this is our responsibility now to help each other. As and when you see a clone journal, just tell that to the UGC. Or tell that to the concerned person, put that on LinkedIn, name and shame them, which I do. Cloning is a very, very bad academic practice, which is there happening in Indian academics. So these are the points up to the cloning. So anything on cloning, then we'll shift to predatory. Anybody? And I cannot see the questions. So Thakur sir will help me in answering almost all the questions.
I have one question,
sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, one journal that is Emerald publication that is measuring business excellence, but that is not shown in the list of UGC, but it is in Sky Magolang.
Just a second. Okay. Yeah, what is the name of the journal?
Measuring business excellence. Measuring business excellence, yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't mean that every journal of elsewhere will be in.
No, it is
Emerald will be in
publication.
Yeah, Emerald. I am the keynote speaker for Emerald on 5th of August.
Yeah, thank you.
So Emerald is in touch with me for that. So Emerald is also having a workshop on the similar topic on 5th August, where some of the Southeast Asian countries
is not observed in UGC list, sir.
We have to see where it is. It is indexed where. Need to go into the detail. We need to see that where it is indexed. So measuring business excellence. I don't think so. It is indexed anywhere. It might not be in Scopus.
But sir, it is observed.
But you are saying that
it
is showing in. It is showing in Scopus.
Yeah. Scopus list.
So if it is showing in Scopus, then for UGC list you have to go from here. You can check from here. You can check the journal from here.
Okay.
This is a UGC Group 2 list.
Okay.
Go to Scopus sources from here.
Okay.
From here, then you can find it.
Okay. No, from this list it is find out, sir. But whenever we search on that title and etc., it is not observed. It's a no such journal.
Sometimes this errors can come. The Emerald has good journals. Yeah. No doubt about that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So if you go to this Web of Science, why ESCI is not involved in it? Anybody has any answer to it?
Which one, sir?
Why only these three? If you go to the Web of Science resources, here you go to downloads. So here you see many of the downloading things which you can download. ये सारा आप download कर सकते हैं. ये इनके सारे indexes हैं. सिर्फ और सिर्फ इन तीन को ही क्यों माना है UGC ने? Only these three are there. Why not ESCI and why not these? Why? What is the reason that UGC?
Because it's emerging.
emerging sources are not having an impact factor to the journals. It is evaluation mode for the Web of Science. It is under evaluation.
So most of the journals which are in ESCI, they know that they have no, the future is not bright. They've turned into predatory. So you need to be very, very careful with some of the ESCI journals, right? So it is not there in the list. And if you go to the FAQ, you always read the FAQs. हमेशा FAQs पढ़ने चाहिए जहाँ भी कहीं दुनिया में जाएं. तो FAQ में there is an answer to it. Answer 16. Question number 16. Journals including in ESCI are not part of UEC Care List 2. As and when these journals are included in Web of Science source publication AHCI, SSCIE, and SSCI, then they will be automatically become the part of UEC Care List Group 2.
Okay, that means
कई लोग आंख बंद करके सर कह देते हैं वेब ऑफ साइंस में हमारा पेपर, वेब ऑफ साइंस में हमारा जर्नल. नो, देयर इज अ क्राइटेरिया इन वेब ऑफ साइंस आल्सो एंड यू नीड टू फॉलो दैट क्राइटेरिया इन ग्रुप 2. ये है वो क्राइटेरिया. ESCI नहीं माना जाएगा और बाकी भी नहीं माने जाएंगे. जो जूलॉजिकल इंडेक्स जर्नल के सारे प्रेडेटरी मिलते हैं मुझे. Zoological indexing पता नहीं उन्होंने शुरू क्यों करी. I don't know why they are into it. And most of the journals from India, some published from Agra, Kanpur and all, they are into this zoological indexing. आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं, क्लिक करके पूरे जर्नल्स आपके सामने आ जाएंगे. Nobody considered them for anything. Index company, chemicals, nobody. ये ऐसे ही इन्होंने बना दिए हैं. It has no relevance anywhere in the world. Sir, relevance is only for these three. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Catbox. So one question is, when the author has published his paper in Scopus, later that journal is removed from the Scopus list. So
Hanji.
Status of the paper published?
There are a couple of journals. Those are removed, including the papers are removed. So the author's database will not be there. So author cannot claim that paper to be his own. And he cannot claim to be a PhD or an increment because his paper is not showing there. Sometimes the author published with the predatory journal, the journal is removed, the paper stands there. Then it is the responsibility of the university to see that why a journal has removed. What could be the reason? And whether you have published in an outdated or an outsourced journal, like I'll show you in predatory examples. Medical journals are publishing Bombay Stock Exchange papers. I will not give you increment in that. Even if your paper states that it is in Scopus, but your journal does not state because you are publishing with a wrong journal, paying them some money and publishing with them.
And the other question is, sir, can you suggest some good journals in food technology?
That I have to see. That will do at the end of the day.
Okay. What about MDPI publisher?
MDPI, I have told you sustainability. I have shown you sustainability. MDPI is a wrong publisher. In Western world, everybody is denouncing their name now. Nobody is going for MDPI. You please also avoid. They are asking for 10 to 15,000 of research with them, money with them, and it has no sustainability with them.
Okay. And can you present some legitimate website of solid state technology? It is journal and it's possible.
Which you write in the chat box, sir. Your voice is a bit low.
Solid state technology, sir.
Solid state technology. Yes. I'm coming to solid state technology. Solid state technology journal website has been hijacked. Many papers are there on the website, but if you go to the databases after 2018, it hasn't been uploaded. Solid state technology. I was about to come to this example. This is a physics journal. First, see the purview of that journal. सबसे पहले आप ये देखें कि एरिया क्या है और आप अपना एरिया देखें कि मैं किस एरिया में काम कर रहा हूँ. And it's a trade journal. You can see chemistry है इसका एरिया, physics and chemistry. Go to content coverage. 2018 के बाद कोई पेपर क्यों नहीं आया? Because ये hijack हो चुका है. Now the problem here is with elsewhere database. उन्होंने इसके बारे में कुछ अपडेट नहीं किया और जब लोग इसकी वेबसाइट पे जाते हैं, they see their paper there और वो कहते हैं कि हमें इसका क्लेम चाहिए. वेबसाइट पे हजारों पेपर पड़े हैं. I think around 5,000 research papers are there on solid state technology. Some of the law people has also published with them. I know a university in which law people have published with the chemistry journal. Because I do the meta-analysis of these. So if you see some of the papers, if you see papers, go to down archive, thousands of papers are lying here. Now the problem is with the elsewhere, that they are not helping the people in telling them that where is the original website. And if it's not the original website, why the database is there with them. These are some of the papers you can see. Kashmir का भी पेपर पड़ा है यहाँ पे देख लीजिए. So anything, they are publishing anything out of the purview, जिसकी जरूरत ही नहीं है. रोहिंग्या का रेसिज्म भी पड़ा है यहाँ पर.
मशीन लर्निंग भी है, सब कुछ है।
कुछ भी है सर, कुछ भी मिलेगा आपको।
Sir, instead of going for the newly added journals of the Scopus, there are the branches. Scopus may remove that. When one can go.
नहीं, newly added 2-3 साल रिमूव नहीं होते। मैं अभी चलो let's do that exercise। मैं आपको बता देता हूँ। देखो, let's see the website of a journal, European Journal of Molecular and Clinical Medicine। अब कोई भी वेबसाइट आपको क्लोन्ड नहीं मिलेगी। Now all the websites which I will be showing are the original websites। तो ये वेबसाइट देखें आप, यूरोपियन जर्नल ऑफ मॉलिक्यूलर एंड क्लिनिकल मेडिसिन, बिल्कुल ठीक ठाक साफ सुथरी अच्छी वेबसाइट बनी हुई है, राइट। बट गो टू कॉन्टैक्ट अस, नो डिटेल्स, ओरिजिनल वेबसाइट है, कोई क्लोनिंग नहीं है। गो टू जर्नल इशू इन्फो एडिटोरियल बोर्ड, नो डिटेल्स, फर्जी लोगों के नाम लिखे हुए हैं किसी के भी। गो टू होम, अभी भी ठीक लग रही है, जर्नल है, मॉलिक्यूलर है, क्लिनिकल मेडिसिन है, राइट। बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज है, एंड सर्च। तो अगर ये मॉलिक्यूलर एंड क्लिनिकल मेडिसिन है तो इसमें बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज के पेपर क्या कर रहे हैं, बताइए मुझे। तो अब अगर आप इसमें पब्लिश करके स्कोपस में अपना नाम ले भी जाएंगे, कौन यकीन करेगा?
सर हेलो।
तो जो जर्नल है, आपको जर्नल की वेबसाइट से देखना है कि वो पब्लिश क्या कर रहा है। वो हो सकता है स्कोपस में, लेकिन फिर वो ये भी तो है ना कि प्रेडेटरी हो गया। अब इस जर्नल की हम इतिहास चेक करें, विल अगेन गो टू द स्कोपस डेटाबेसेस, सोर्सेस, स्कोपस विल सेल्फ पॉपुलेटेड। 99% ये जर्नल रिमूव हो चुका है। क्योंकि इसके हालात ही रिमूव होने वाले थे। अब रिमूव हो चुका है, ये देखें, टू 2020 में रिमूव हो गया। और अब आप देखिए कंटेंट कवरेज में पेपर ही नहीं है, ऑल द पेपर्स हैव बीन रिमूव्ड। ऐसा ही टेस्ट इंजीनियरिंग एंड मैनेजमेंट के साथ भी हुआ है। इफ यू नो दैट जर्नल, टेस्ट इंजीनियरिंग एंड मैनेजमेंट, ऑल द पेपर्स ऑफ टेस्ट इंजीनियरिंग एंड मैनेजमेंट वर रिमूव्ड। अब वो पेपर रिमूव हो गए हैं तो आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी का डेटा भी रिमूव होगा, आपका डेटा भी रिमूव होगा, NIRF रैंक में आपको नुकसान होगा, QS रैंकिंग में आपको नुकसान होगा। एवरीवेयर देयर विल बी अ प्रॉब्लम इन योर करियर if you publish with them, intentionally or unintentionally, because everybody will be at loss, even the university, you yourself, and in ranking and QS ranking also. Your university's name will be highlighted कि यार ये तो Predatory में publish कर रहे हैं। QS ranking वाले भी अब इस issue पर काम कर रहे हैं, cables वाले भी कर रहे हैं, सारी दुनिया अब इस एरिया में काम करने लगी और हम इंडिया में बहुत पीछे रह गए हैं। I'm trying my level best। अब आज आप लोग हम सब इकट्ठे हैं that we should not publish with these kind of things।
What about?
And you can see the area, also एक बारी। Immunology का एरिया है, माइक्रोबायोलॉजी का एरिया है, बॉम्बे स्टॉक एक्सचेंज वहां क्या करना है? Astonishing। Yes sir।
Sir, what about the Institute of Engineers journal? I think they are the Institute of Engineers. The Institute of Engineers journals। हाँ,
चेक कर लेते हैं।
हाँ,
तो पहले मैं आपको एक बारी और प्रेडेटरी और भी दिखा दूं। एक तो ये था, एक आपका जर्नल ऑफ,
नहीं, दो इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ इंजीनियर सर।
एक सेकंड सर, जर्नल ऑफ क्रिटिकल रिव्यूज। एक मैं आपको एक और एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ, जर्नल ऑफ क्रिटिकल रिव्यूज। दिस जर्नल वाज देयर फॉर 2 years ओनली। 2 साल के लिए आया, खूब पैसे कमाए और चला गया। मलेशिया से चल रहा है ये। सो मलेशियन टीम नोज मी एंड आई नो देम, जिसने ये किया है। सो फार्माकोलॉजी और टॉक्सिकोलॉजी का जर्नल है ये, अंडरस्टूड राइट। कंटेंट कवरेज में आप गए 2906 पेपर्स, 2906 डॉक्यूमेंट आज भी पड़े हैं जो रिमूव होंगे, सूनर और लेटर वो रिमूव होंगे। अब अगर आप इसकी वेबसाइट पे जाओगे तो आपको वेबसाइट पे ही कैच मिल जाएगा कि इस जर्नल के साथ पब्लिश नहीं करना, जर्नल ऑफ क्रिटिकल रिव्यूज। वो वेबसाइट पे ही बता देते हैं कि हम चोर हैं। सबसे पहली बात, DOI एक्टिवेशन। DOI चलते ही नहीं है पेपर्स के। DOI दिए होते हैं, हमेशा आप क्लिक करोगे एरर आ जाएगी। उनके DOI कभी नहीं चलेंगे, डिजिटल ऑब्जेक्ट आइडेंटिफिकेशन कभी नहीं चलेगी। कैसे चलती है ये? यू गो टू क्रॉसरेफ, आपको अपना एक अकाउंट बनाना पड़ता है। आपकी पूरी चेकिंग और वेरिफिकेशन के बाद आपको मेटा डेटा मैनेजर अकाउंट मिलता है, विच आई हैव फॉर माई जर्नल, एंड यूनिवर्सिटी पे अराउंड $300 पेमेंट भी $, में आपका ID बनता है। आप सारे पेपर्स को मशीन रीडेबल में कन्वर्ट करते हो, and then a DOI is assigned to that particular paper, and when the DOI is assigned, even if your website is closed, you can simply click on the DOI and the person can reach to the paper। जहां कहीं भी दुनिया में ये पेपर होगा वो आपको मिल जाएगा with the usage of DOI। This is the purpose of DOI। अब DOI पे जब आप ऐसे जाते हो, ये मेरा इंटरनल अकाउंट है, ये मैं इसलिए शो करता हूँ बिकॉज आप सबकी नॉलेज बढ़ेगी। तो इसमें अगर आपको ऐड करना है इंफॉर्मेशन तो इतनी इंफॉर्मेशन लगती है। पहले आर्टिकल टाइटल, ये DOI मैं दूंगा, उसका URL होना चाहिए सही, डेट, ऑनलाइन डेट, फर्स्ट पेज लास्ट पेज, कंट्रीब्यूटर्स का नाम, फंडिंग एजेंसी का नाम अगर फंडिंग है तो, लाइसेंसेस कौन से ले रहे हो आप, CC BY ND ले रहे हो या कौन से ले रहे हो। क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स के ऊपर मैं आज डिस्कस नहीं करूंगा, वो एक अलग एरिया है जिसपे बहुत काम हम कर रहे हैं। रेफरेंसेस कौन से यूज कर रहे हो, कहां से यूज कर रहे हैं, इतनी इन्फॉर्मेशन देनी पड़ती है तो जाके एक DOI मिलता है। जितने भी फर्जी जर्नल हैं ये प्रेडेटरी, दे विल ऑलवेज गिव यू एरर ऑन दिस। सो दिस वाज द फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम विद दिस जर्नल। दूसरा इस जर्नल में प्रॉब्लम ये थी कि ये अभी हमने देखा इट इज अ फार्माकोलॉजी जर्नल, बट हाउ आर दे सेइंग, व्हाई आर दे सेइंग दैट यू कैन पब्लिश इन मैनेजमेंट, सोशल साइंसेज एंड ह्यूमैनिटीज। So you check the area of that journal. It is written pharmacology. When a Scopus has given them that area, how can they publish in the area which is not given to them? They are publishing to earn money only. And 2000 papers multiplied by 15,000. कितने पैसे उसने कमा लिए? अब ये बाहर चला भी गया जर्नल. Who is at the loss? We are at the loss. 15,000 plus research is gone. Plus predatory journal में नाम और हमारा जुड़ गया. We are publishing with a predatory journal. And this catching your name in predatory journals will take you to retraction watch someday, which is a very big thing coming up in India. Retraction watch. People are watching those whose papers are being retracted. So there is a leaderboard also. I don't want anybody from you in that leaderboard. So this is a leaderboard. जिसमें लोगों के papers retract हो रहे हैं and there is a list of that. Once your name is there, you will never get any increment, you will never get any project, your university will reach nowhere. Bharat Agarwal from the US has 37 retracted paper, and you can see the data that why these were retracted. Fabrication, falsification, plagiarism, so many things are happening. So this predatory is also a very, 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 what I say is a bad thing. It will just ruin the image and reputation of a particular institution and that research scholar. I'm not trying to, make you afraid of that, but I need to tell you that you need to have that awareness. अब तक जो हो गया सो हो गया. आज के बाद अब ये गलती expect नहीं कर सकते हैं. क्योंकि अब तक पता नहीं था. You are not aware of that. That is why I approached Krishnamurthy sir myself that I would like to speak to your research scholars and faculties so that they should not fall into this trap. It's a good university. MIT has a very big reputation, and I always see this university as a big university. So it is now my duty as a researcher to every Indian that I should tell them that I have this knowledge. You should also use this knowledge. So this is a retraction watch. You need to be very, very careful of. And again, if you go to that website, JCR, you will see the papers. The papers are also of useless quality. Effect of upper limb exercises on grip strength in piano players. What the hell this is doing in Journal of Critical Reviews? The area is pharmacology. What is this? And why are you publishing with them? Why are you not catching it? Next, case series, coronary artery perforations and different methods of management. So the problem is there at the journal's website only. You don't have to go to any of the list. Just see carefully what a journal is publishing. And yes, APC can be asked. APC has to be given in some journals. I've shown you that example. So after solid state technology, test engineering and management has been removed. Then there is one journal, PAL ARC, which has been hijacked. Archaeology and Egyptology. All the papers of PAL ARC has also been removed. University, there is a course. I'll show you that course also. Just look at this PAL ARC. And there is no source homepage. This is the error that Elsevier commits. The Scopus is not discontinued. The journal is still there. No papers are added. And it has no website. And people are misusing the website of that. Somebody has made the website .nl. Parchaeology Journal's website with .nl, looking like that it is an original website. But it is not. This is the website that they are misusing. So I have specifically made a course with Taylor's University where they're also extensively working on this area. So this is a course, a certificate course, which you can join. And right now, 57 students all around the world have done it. It is a free course. You can join this course. And sir, if you can copy this link and if you can share it with people. So this course can be done. You will get a certified course with Emerald, their Siri and MIT working together in the area of fake, predatory and clone, where you'll get some more information because that was extensively made for the students only. With some of the question answers replied on the spot. So this is the course. I'll just copy that link in the chat box. Okay, hello, sir. I stopped. Sorry, my mistake. Just a second. I'll just give that message. Just a second. That's my error. Okay. This was a link. Let me share screen again. Yes, go ahead.
Sir, some of the journals are not telling the reason for the rejection. So
it depends and varies from journal to journal. You send me the details of that journal. I will get back to you about that health of that journal.
Okay, thank you. Can you give some examples of image processing journals?
No, I have no idea of that. I won't say anything wrong. जो मुझे idea नहीं सर मैं बताता नहीं.
So can you show some of the good journals related to food technology or food processing?
मिल जाएंगे मैम. Food technology मिलना क्या मुश्किल. आप यहाँ पर जाएं, sources में जाएं, subject area food technology लिख लें. Title की जगह subject area food technology. जितने भी Scopus के food technology वाले जर्नल हैं सामने आ जाएंगे. ये रहे food science के हैं, food technology नहीं है. ये है. अप्लाई कर दीजिए फिल्टर. सारी आपके सामने 22 जर्नल है. ये एक एक करके आप देखते जाएं किस पे आपको इंटरेस्ट है.
सर बट ये सारे जर्नल्स करीब साल 2 साल 3 साल ऐसे लग ही जाते हैं. तो ऐसा मीडियम नहीं है जहाँ पे एटलीस्ट 3 मंथ से 6 मंथ्स के ड्यूरेशन में.
वो 3 मंथ्स वाले तो बैठे हैं मैम. प्रेडेटरी एंड क्लोन 3 मंथ्स के लिए तो हैं.
प्रेडेटरी वाले नहीं सर. ऐसे
इसी चीज का तो फायदा उठा रहे हैं वो. नहीं, इसी चीज का तो फायदा उठा रहे हैं वो. दे आर misusing this concept that we want that in 3 months. आपकी अपनी प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. आई एम नॉट गोइंग इनटू डिटेल, बट वो इसी चीज का तो मिसयूज कर रहे हैं कि जैसे ही आपने बोला कि मुझे 3 महीने में चाहिए, बस आप आगे ट्रैप में.
यस क्योंकि आप ठीक है. यस
so there are couple of publishers also which are predatory IAEMA publications. I'm very vocal about them. They are also from South India somewhere. They got 5 journals indexed. All 5 are removed. All 5 journals are removed. So be very very careful with IAEMA. इनका International Journal of Management ने बहुत बुरा हाल किया था इस जर्नल में. It has been removed. So how to Scopus discontinued list also. मैं वो लिंक भी आपको दे रहा हूँ. You can go to content coverage here, and from here at the end last में आपको मिल जाएगी ये रही. Download the sources title list including Scopus discontinued list. बस अब एक ही लिस्ट है जिसमें sources title list भी है और discontinued list भी है. मैं डाउनलोड चैट बॉक्स में दे रहा हूँ और आपको सीधा फिर मैं लिस्ट दिखाता हूँ. सर क्वेश्चंस आप देख रहे हैं? बिकॉज आई एम नॉट लुकिंग एट द क्वेश्चंस. काफी क्वेश्चंस आ रहे हैं एंड आई थिंक वी शुड आंसर टू ऑल द क्वेरीज. सो ये लिस्ट मैंने भी डाउनलोड सर मैं लिस्ट डाउनलोड कर ली है. मैं आपको ये लिस्ट दिखा दूं. कहाँ चले गई? ये रही. एक्सेल में डाउनलोड होती है ये. And I'm happy I have just seen 127 participants fine. Nobody has left.
So excellent work is going.
It's excellent, sir.
Sir, there are also more on the
Facebook. Yeah,
line.
on the Facebook. Yes. That I don't have. Okay, so I'll just open this Excel sheet. It has all the details of all the removed journals, all the newly added journals, all the previous journals. So I'll just give you that list. The link is with you. You can also download it. और यहाँ पे भी ये थोड़ा सा टाइम ले रही है खुलने में. Got just a heavy list. Okay, meanwhile, sir, there was a question. Please go with the question.
Sir, the question was that what about the install? Okay, this is actually one of the reputed journal of our India, and they don't charge any fee for publishing our research, and they take sufficient a year also they take for publishing it. Okay. So does it have any what you can say Scopus and all that thing? What about it?
Okay, I'll just check it for you. What is the name of that journal? It is indexed anywhere? It is indexed anywhere or not?
I don't know about it.
Yes sir. They are indexed in Scopus.
Yes.
Scopus lead it. They all journals are observed, sir.
Okay.
So you can also check.
अच्छा क्या नाम है?
The Institute of Engineers. Though it's important. The Institute of Engineers.
मतलब
the THE. The Institute.
And they have series A, B, C, D.
Yeah. Series C, you can see.
It's a mechanical, I think so.
Yeah, mechanical. Yeah. Though instead of in years journal, series C.
Let's see what comes out. Meanwhile, let me go to that Microsoft Excel. So this is a list. It is the April 2021 list. ये April 2021 की list है. It has everything. You can be accepted by the Scopus up till October 2020. Discontinued titles April 2021. April 2021 तक जितने भी discontinued हुए हैं, they are here, right? Those who are discontinued because of publication concerns are predatory. Those who are discontinued because of matrices are not predatory. So cite you less, and you may not have that knowledge that how to get more citation. But publication concerns itself says that it is predatory. So you can see this is a list. Some of the newly added titles are in red, which are added in April. And International Journal of Management by IAME Publications has almost all the journals which are being removed. IAME Publication. In the same category, we have Blue Eye Intelligence journals. They publish around 23,000 research papers in 3 journals. So publishers are also bad. We can check through publishers also. And here we will write Blue Eye Intelligence, Blue Eye Intelligence Engineering Solutions. Go to apply. These are the 3 journals which are being removed. If you click on this journal, it has published around 8,000 research papers in a year. It discontinued. Go to content coverage. Always go to the content coverage and see that how many papers they are publishing. It shows you the behavior of the outlier. There's a term in management, outlier, when we do the smart PLS analysis, which I also sometimes do. So we use the word outlier in our research. This is a outlier behavior. We remove the outlier behavior and sometimes we use them. So this is a removal kind of thing. There's one journal which hasn't been removed till now, but has turned predatory. Turkish journal. Almost all the Turkish journals are publishing out of the purview of the research papers, out of the purview of the research area. So जितने भी journals Turkish नाम के साथ शुरू हो रहे हैं, never ever publish with them. और Scopus में 7-8 journal है.
Sir, the Scopus list gets automatically updated or?
हाँ, automatically update होती है सर ये.
नहीं, नए जर्नल जो एडिशन है या डिलीशन है ये?
हाँ, ये 1 साल लग जाता है. 1 से 1.5 साल लग जाता है एक जर्नल को आने में. जैसे अगर कोई जर्नल आज एक्सेप्ट हुआ है ना इस लिस्ट में, उसको 1 से 1.5 साल लग जाएगा रिफ्लेक्ट होने में.
नहीं, पर उसको अप्लाई करना पड़ता है या फिर वो खुद ही?
हाँ, अप्लाई करना पड़ता है. आपको जर्नल के लिए अप्लाई करना पड़ता है. इफ यू वांट टू गो फॉर दैट, आई कैन शो यू दैट लिंक. देयर इज अ लिंक which can help you in putting your journal into Scopus databases. That is ready for Scopus.com. एक प्री इवेल्युएशन लिंक है उनका. उसमें आप अपने जर्नल की डिटेल डाल सकते हैं और आप कर सकते हैं, प्री इवेल्युएशन कर सकते हैं और देख सकते हैं कि आपका कितना स्कोर आ रहा है, कितनी रेडीनेस है. इसी तरीके से क्लैरिवेट का है. क्लैरिवेट का भी इसी तरीके से है कि आप क्लैरिवेट में अप्लाई कर सकते हैं अपने जर्नल को लेके. उनके पास भी यही है. और इसी तरीके से एबीडीसी पर अभी हमने बात नहीं करी. एबीडीसी पर भी आ जाते हैं. एबीडीसी में भी है और यूसी केयर में भी है. चारों डेटाबेसेस में आप अपना जर्नल ले जा सकते हैं.
One question is there: if a paper presented in conference published in a chapter in part of edited book for that conference,
चल जाएगा सर. edited book चलता है.
It will be equivalent to research paper. Will it be equivalent to research paper?
हाँ, रिसर्च पेपर सर वो एडिटेड बुक का पेपर माना जाएगा. रिसर्च पेपर नहीं है वो एडिटेड बुक का चैप्टर है. बुक के अंदर तो चैप्टर ही जाता है, वो कभी रिसर्च पेपर बने नहीं सकता.
नॉर्मली पीएचडी को कंसीडर करना चाहिए क्या? अगर
हम करते हैं सर, हम करते हैं. अगर स्कोपस जैसे मेरी किताब, आई जस्ट शो यू दैट बुक, IGI पब्लिकेशन की मेरी ये बुक है एनवायरमेंटल की. वी गेट रॉयल्टी. इसमें भी ओपन एक्सेस का एक फंडा मैं आपको क्लियर करता हूँ. दे ऑलवेज आस्क मी दैट सुमित व्हाट डू यू वांट, ओपन एक्सेस और रॉयल्टी? आई सेड आई नीड मनी, आई वांट माय रॉयल्टी, लेट इट बी $37 per chapter. So it is not an open access book. I can show you that book. It is of 18,000. You can see it is on Flipkart, Amazon, everywhere. It is being sold for 14 to 15,000. It's published in USA. So every chapter is of what do you say, $37. It is just opening. One of my PhD scholars has published there because he was not able to publish in any of the journal, and he published a chapter here in this book, the edited book, being edited by me and some other colleague, and published in USA. So we have the PhD with him because of the publication chapter. Conference paper publishing is a big no for PhD. इतनी बड़ी PhD कर रहे हैं 5 साल में, क्या सिर्फ एक कॉन्फ्रेंस का पेपर दिखा के PhD ले जाएंगे? No, it should be published somewhere, even if it is an edited book like this. You can see the paper, the chapters are of $37, And this was the chapter. This was my student. Right. So these are the things that you need to be make some kind of rules in your own university, stronger rules to have yourself in QS rankings and in other rankings in NIRF and all, and NAC and all. NAC does not go for the UCK list. They InfiniBnet se data utarte hain. They go to InfiniBnet, type the name of the university, and catch the papers that you have. I can do that for you. For your university, you can go to sources, search. I can search a particular person's paper. I can search a particular university's paper. Like you go to affiliation, MIT, ADT. Let's see what is the name of university, if it comes here or not. Maybe it is something else. So this is the area where I can check my own university also. Anything I can check for you. So you can also check it for them. And these are the data. Like if you go to the university. Yeah. You go to Madhya Pradesh, 300 plus papers are there. So InfiniBnet will download these papers. 302 हैं. And this is the data. किस area में कहाँ पे क्या publish हो रहा है? Everything. कौन publish कर रहा है? Hierarchy क्या है? Collaborating affiliations क्या है? किससे क्या? कौन से journal source? कौन से journal में सबसे ज़्यादा पेपर आ रहे हैं? Everything. ये देखिए ना लेक्चर नोट्स जो मैंने बोला था, लेक्चर नोट्स इन नेटवर्किंग सिस्टम्स, ये है सारा 9 पेपर है, जनरल फार्मास्यूटिकल, लाइक दिस. सो आई कैन सर्च इट फॉर एनीबॉडी एंड एनी यूनिवर्सिटी एंड यू कैन आल्सो सर्च, एंड दिस इज फॉर एवरीबॉडी. ये कोई ऐसी अब कुछ छुपा नहीं है, ओपन, एवरीथिंग इज ओपन इन ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट. सो ऐसा कुछ वो नहीं है इसमें. अब आपका मैं देखता हूँ MIT क्यों नहीं आ रहा. MIT पीस यूनिवर्सिटी ट्राई करें आपकी.
सर इट इज Mayur's what you had written, Mayur's Maharashtra Institute of Technology. This is it.
Okay. So 1500 document आपके, very good score, very good score I must say. 110% InfiniBnet और जहाँ से डेटा ये देखा जाएगा, it will give you good ranking. Now the problem can happen if somebody publishes with predatory journal and the paper is added to your database, and once the paper and the journal is removed, the score will come down, and this reflection in the score is not good, because they will come to your university with 1500 papers, and once the inspection is going on, they will check again. It is now, I'm not saying that they are predatory papers, I'm just giving an example. It is now 1500, 86 have been removed. Then they will ask you this question, that why do you allow your faculties to publish in the predatory journals? What was the reason? Why are you playing this number game? So this is the main problem which the universities have to face while publishing with the predatory journals, and this they have to tell this to the faculties, research scholars, that publish less or even publish no more, but do not go with predatory journals. And I've shown you the examples of predatory journals. And some more are, there is one more journal. The number is very high. Psycho-social rehabilitation. The number published is very high in these kind of research papers. This is also removed. I'll show all the removed ones. You see the content coverage, and you can see all the papers have been removed. One from 2021 is there. All the coverage was discontinued from 2019. So this time, these errors elsewhere do sometimes. Go to sources. One paper, Plant Archive, had no citation in 5 years. Published 3000 papers, but it is removed now. Plant Archives. और साइंसेज और इंजीनियरिंग के पेपर हैं. सोशल साइंसेज वालों को इतनी अकल नहीं है कि ये सब कुछ करेंगे. Sciences and engineering, which is very difficult to digest. That people with a background of engineering and sciences are doing this job. So you can see coverage discontinued, content coverage, 1665, 1440, 3000 research papers in 2 years. You go to the trends, no citation in 5 years. ऐसे जर्नल के साथ करना ही क्या है, 5 साल में citation ही नहीं मिली. इसको तो बाहर होना ही था. पेपर्स भी ज्यादा पब्लिश हो रहे हैं, citation भी 0 है. और पब्लिशर भी कोई घरेलू आदमी है, कोई RBS यादव, somebody आगरा and all.
Citations कम क्यों है तो फिर इसमें? ये ओपन एक्सेस नहीं है.
पेपर बेकार है ना. ये देखिए ना, 1500 पेपर पब्लिश कर दिए, 1600 कर दिए, कोई ना होम पेज है, देखिए वेबसाइट भी नहीं पता कहाँ है इसकी.
तो how much per year is accepted that it is a good kind of journal?
25 in an edition maximum.
Only 25?
Yes, in an edition. अगर साल के 4 आ रहे हैं तो 100 पेपर हो गए.
ओके
जैसे इसके ऊपर गया, इट्स गुड टू गो आउट। ये देखिए शुरुआत से ही
Sir, I have a question.
सर
Yes,
पर
go ahead.
अगर ये 2020 तक ये प्लांट आर्काइव अगर स्कोपस में है और अगर आप किसी का पेपर 2018 या फिर 19 में अगर प्लांट आर्काइव में छपा
हाँ,
हुआ
वो पड़ा
है
रहेगा, वो पड़ा हुआ है, उसके नाम के आगे दिखेगा। अभी डेटा अगर रिमूव किया तब उसके नाम के आगे से रिमूव हो जाएगा, आज की डेट में पड़ा है। बट यू आर ऑलवेज इन अ डाउट, आप घबराहट में जिएंगे यार कहाँ पेपर पब्लिश कर दिया। उस चीज से बचने के लिए आपको जर्नल से दूर रहना है।
Sir, I have a doubt. I have a question. Sir, this is regarding International Journal of Communication Studies published from Vasant Kunj, New Delhi, mass communicator. So,
हाँ नहीं, कहीं नहीं है वो, कहीं नहीं है यार वो। जेम्स का जर्नल है, कहीं नहीं है वो।
हाँ, yes, sir.
वो कहीं नहीं। मीडिया के 4 ही जर्नल्स हैं, एक मीडिया वॉच है, एक हमारा है जर्नल कंटेंट कम्युनिकेशन जो स्कोपस में है इंडिया में, और एक माइका का है जर्नल ऑफ क्रिएटिव कम्युनिकेशन जो सेज चला रहा है। तो 3 ही है इंडिया से। यूजीसी केयर में 2 हैं, एक सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी तमिलनाडु का है, एक मणिपाल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ हायर एजुकेशन का। 5 जर्नल है मीडिया के पास।
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
सर IIMC का भी है ना, इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मास
कम्युनिकेशन। हाँ, IIMC कम्युनिकेटर है, कम्युनिकेटर हिंदी और इंग्लिश दोनों आ गए। वो दोनों आ गए हैं, वो तो दोनों आ गए। गवर्नमेंट के तो आई जाने, माखनलाल का भी आ जाएगा अभी। माखनलाल के वाइस चांसलर काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग है, वो ले आएंगे। तो इस तरह की यूनिवर्सिटी जो सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी है उनके जर्नल्स आ जाएंगे। बड़े वीक जर्नल है कम्युनिकेटर की, नो रेपुटेशन, कोई इसमें वो दम नहीं है कम्युनिकेटर में, क्योंकि पब्लिश खास करके गवर्नमेंट में इतनी रिसर्च नहीं हो रही है जितना जो आप जेसीसी को देखें, जर्नल ऑफ क्रिएटिव कम्युनिकेशन को एक बार देख लें, मजा आ जाएगा। माइका चला रहा है और सेज पब्लिश कर रहा है, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट पेपर यू विल सी। राइट, सो एबीडीसी लिस्ट पे आते हैं। अभी एबीडीसी लिस्ट 2 हैज द एनोमलीज विद देम। अब एबीडीसी की क्या प्रॉब्लम है कि लिस्ट बना दी, उसके बाद जर्नल को खुला छोड़ दिया, दैट जर्नल्स कैन पब्लिश ऑन देयर ओन। सो व्हाट हैपेंस दैट देयर इज अ जर्नल इश्यूज, जर्नल ऑफ कंटेम्पररी इश्यूज इन बिजनेस एंड गवर्नमेंट। एबीडीसी बी कैटेगरी का जर्नल है। ये बिल्कुल वैसा ही जर्नल बना हुआ जैसे मैंने यूरोपियन का दिखाया था, बस कलर इसमें चेंज है। यूरोपियन जो आपने मॉलिक्यूलर साइंस वाला देखा था वो पर्पल कलर का था। इसमें भी आप अगर देखोगे, अगर आप यहाँ डाल लोगे एप्पल, तो इन्होंने एप्पल्स के ऊपर भी रिसर्च कर मारी है, पेपर पब्लिश कर दिया है। और इसमें भी वही प्रॉब्लम रहेगी। ये देखिए क्वालिटी इंडिकेटर्स एंड कमोडिटी ऑफ एप्पल वैराइटीज, और अगेन वही प्रॉब्लम आएगी, कॉन्टैक्ट अस में कोई डिटेल नहीं है। और एबीडीसी बी कैटेगरी का जर्नल है। देखिए आप जर्नल इन्फो में आप बताएंगे वही एडिटोरियल बोर्ड जो उधर था, ऐसा सही एपी सिंह वहां भी थे, यहाँ भी किसी का भी नाम डाल दिया, और एबीडीसी बी कैटेगरी है। तो एबीडीसी की लिस्ट भी कोई आसमान से उतरी हुई लिस्ट नहीं है। दे आर आल्सो हैविंग एनोमलीज विद देम। एबीसी की एनोमलीज इसलिए ज्यादा बिकॉज दे जस्ट फॉलो केबल्स व्हाइट एंड ब्लैक लिस्ट। केबल्स लाइक व्हाइट एंड ब्लैक लिस्ट साल में 2 साल में एक बार अपडेट होती है। तो 2 साल तक ये पेपर्स, ये जर्नल्स अंधा पैसा कमा रहे हैं। जस्ट लुक एट दिस सर, आप इस पेपर को देखिए, एनालिसिस ऑफ पोएटिक पर्सनैलिटी सरोजनी नायडू नाइटिंगेल ऑफ इंडिया। इसको आप कैसे जाने दे सकते हो अपनी आंखों के नीचे से पीएचडी के लिए या कहां भी। और इश्यूज, कंटेम्पररी इश्यूज इन बिजनेस एंड गवर्नमेंट, ये एबीडीसी का हाल है, जिसको हम समझते हैं कि ये बिजनेस में है तो एबीडीसी से ऊपर कुछ नहीं है। प्लेथोरा ऑफ जर्नल्स आर देयर व्हिच आर डूइंग दीस काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटीज। अब एबीडीसी को अगर आप लिखोगे, वो कहेंगे हम तो 2 साल के लिए छोड़ दिया, वो जो मर्जी करें। उनका कोई अपना डेटाबेस नहीं है एबीडीसी का, सिर्फ नाम को एनरोल करते हैं। वो नाम को एनरोल कर दिया, जर्नल ने अपनी आत्मा को भेज दिया, दैट्स इट। अब इस जर्नल के ऊपर आप क्या कर सकते हो बताओ। So as and when you see the papers like this, just beware, do not publish with them. It will not take you anywhere. क्योंकि अगर आप दिखाओगे भी अपना पेपर किसी को और बोलोगे कि इस जर्नल में पब्लिश किया है, कोई पढ़ा लिखा समझदार होगा, he will just catch it. He will say, yeah, this just cannot happen. It's a predatory journal and 110% you have paid to them and then you have published, even if it is a good research. One more, ABDC, empirical economical letters. Empirical economic letters, that is also a predatory journal. कोई डिटेल ही नहीं है इस जर्नल की, कोई डिटेल ही नहीं है। आप एडिशन पे जाएं, go to this April 2020 edition, only the names have been given. You cannot click, you don't know, no DOI, nothing is given, just these names. And it is a ABDC category journal. ABDC का जर्नल है जी, ABDC का जर्नल है। And then cables also. Cables directory also. So these are some of the finest examples which I work on. Then let's go to DOAJ, Directory of Open Access Journal. ये भी एक बहुत important point है आपके लिए. Let's discuss anything on predatory. Predatory I think we are good to go. मैं predatory के बाद अब दूसरे एरिया पे डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ. Any question on predatory from anybody?
Sir, if the journal is having a quartile 4 rank, suppose ऐसे journal remove हो सकते हैं scopus में से? There are chances.
Sir, one more question I have. IJRAR, in fact, chat box में some other lady also wrote about the same.
नहीं, पहले मैंने एक सर का आया था Q4 की सर वॉलेटाइल लिस्ट होती है. Q4 वाले 99% रिमूव हो ही जाते हैं, ऊपर बहुत कम जाते हैं, तो Q4 लिस्ट को आप अवॉइड करें. तो Q4 इज लाइक दैट.
ओके सर.
नेक्स्ट मैम, क्या क्वेश्चन आपका?
Yeah, so there is a journal IJRAR, IJRAR.
इंटरनेशनल लिखा हुआ तो पहले ही डर लग जाता है.
Yes sir.
और यूजीसी वगैरह लिखा हुआ है मैम कहीं नहीं जाएगा. इट्स नॉट, गुजरात वगैरह से चल रहा है. इट्स नॉट इंडेक्स एनीवेयर. डू नॉट पब्लिश विद देम. बताओ कहाँ पब्लिश, मतलब कहाँ लिखा कहीं इंडेक्स्ड है. इट्स नॉट इंडेक्स्ड. इट्स अ सिंपल जर्नल.
Sir,
कोई भी चला सकता है.
I have been a prey of this before.
Sorry.
So now they have provided DOI also and what not, and it was like
मिल जाता है क्रॉस रेफ से जाके. DOI तो पैसे देके मिल जाता है, तो सब कुछ दे दिया होगा उन्होंने. पॉप की गाइडलाइंस भी फॉलो कर रहे हैं, लेकिन कहीं इंडेक्स्ड ही नहीं है.
So when we when I approached it, it was UGC listed also. It showed UGC.
DOI इसका चलता भी था कि नहीं? DOI तो दे दिया. फोन नंबर तो लोग को मैं भी दे देता हूँ, तो कई बार वो चलता नहीं होता. DOI ये भी देखो चलता कि नहीं चलता. DOI तो दे दिया. और यूजीसी केयर इसमें हो सकता सब्जेक्ट देखो ना, इसके आर्ट्स से लेके सारे सब्जेक्ट हैं इसके बाद. कितनी तगड़ी स्पेशलाइजेशन है बंदे के पास. और इंग्लिश, हिंदी, गुजराती, संस्कृत, आप देखो तो सही कितना बड़ा प्रीडेटरी है ये.
Yes. So there is one more called Personality and Social Psychological Review. Psychology Review, I think PSPR.
And आगे क्या है? Personality and
Social Psychology Review. I think इनकी भी clone gender मतलब look alike है and
सेज का है ये वैसे ओरिजिनली.
सेज का है.
So sage में एक
if it is sage then
and it is original, otherwise cloned.
Yes, this one sir.
Right. So जो अब DOAJ पे आते हैं, फिर अपना DOAJ क्या है कि ओपन एक्सेस जर्नल्स की एक डायरेक्टरी है. जितने भी सॉरी मैंने कल ही वैक्सीन भी ली है, थोड़ा सा कोरोना का भी वो रहता है. एनीवेज, तो राइट. तो जो DOAJ है, डायरेक्टरी ऑफ ओपन एक्सेस जर्नल, आल्सो हैव अ डेटा विद देम. जितने भी ओपन एक्सेस अच्छे जर्नल है दुनिया के, वो इसमें आपको मिलेंगे. सर्च जर्नल्स आर्टिकल, क्लिक ऑन जर्नल्स, so you will find 16,000 ओपन एक्सेस जर्नल्स हैं इनके पास. 16,000. एक और फिल्टर लगा दें, विदाउट आर्टिकल प्रोसेसिंग चार्जेस. ओपन एक्सेस भी है और एपीसी भी नहीं ले रहे. ज्यादातर ओपन एक्सेस एपीसी लेते हैं, लेकिन ओपन एक्सेस और एपीसी भी नहीं ले रहे. 11,588, 11,588 जर्नल्स आते हैं. So you can find them through the DOAJ, that is Directory of Open Access. Very very important website for you to know. Next, जर्नल्स की पॉलिसीज क्या है, आर्काइविंग कैसे होती है, उसके लिए आप शेरपा रूम में जर्नल्स की कैटेगरी आती है, उसको जाके चेक कर सकते हैं कि आर्काइविंग पॉलिसी क्या है, एम्बार्गो लगा कि नहीं लगा, कैन आई गो फॉर प्री प्रिंट, कैन आई हैव द एपीसी इन्वॉल्व्ड और नॉट. You can search it there in Sherpa room. Then every journal has archiving policy. You can go to Clocks for that. Archiving is digital preservation of your articles. So Clocks is a big company, and Stanford has developed it, and many other people are there. So people are having this digital archiving policy also for the journals. Like Emerald has this, Stanford and this other universities. So it is very good if somebody is having a digital archiving policy for the journal. So that is also a point of concern for you. The next is the cables one. So this is the cables international journal category. Here also they have given you a journalistic list. I don't have the data because you have to buy them. So I haven't bought this data, but they also have a very, very good list. And ABDC follows cable. So if a journal is in not this journal, if it is a bad journal and cable does not recognize it as a bad journal, ABDC list will not recognize it as a bad journal. So ABDC has nothing of on their own. They are also following the norms of cable. This is ABDC. I think the website was closed. And I have sometimes, tagged also to attend one of the workshops. So they were also there in one of my workshops. We did a course, 36 points of predatory thing. Then we have one more write-up on predatory by Cope. Predatory publishing. Cope has given us a very, very important document. Cope is world's #1 agency in the area of ethics. So you can download this thing. I'll just everybody and read it. It's a 70 page. Somebody has to mute. Okay, volume has reduced. Now I think I should. Sir, is Bentham authentic? Bentham is not authentic. Please do not go with Bentham. Bentham has recently been coming into this area and they're into the area of predatory. So this was the area discussion into the predatory. I think, sir, I had enough, and I also need some of the energy. Any questions from anybody? Because I think we will take 15 more minutes in discussion.
Sir, IJET, excuse me, one question. IJET is unpaid and it's taking long time in deciding reviewing. So is it a predatory or is it a general? IJET, International Journal. IJET, International Journal of Emerging Technologies. 1T, IJET. No, not Trends and Technology. It is International Journal of Emerging Technology, IJET. That's it. No, but it is unpaid journal.
But ma'am, मुझे लग नहीं रहा कि ये किसी जगह इंडेक्स होगा.
Okay.
नहीं है कहीं. देखो ना Google Scholar.
Yes.
Dubious impact factor. Infobase, dubious impact factor. IIS, I24. सारे dubious impact factor इसमें ले रखे हैं. Don't go with them.
Right. Thank you so much, because it was difficult to find out. Thank you so much.
International भी लिखा हुआ पहले आपको सब ले
right.
Maybe my language is sometimes harsh, but I just say what I wanted to say so that people.
It's very realistic language, sir. Very nice to hear it.
Right. Anybody? Over to Thakur, sir.
If anyone has questions, you could ask him directly. Ask Sumit sir directly. I think it is good to be vocal, and please encourage questions.
Yeah. I will show you otherwise one more thing. अगर आपको journal finder एक है हमारे पास. People ask कि भी journal कहाँ से मिलेगा? Every journal has its own finder. Journal finder, Springer, Sage, Elsevier, Taylor, Francis. तो यहाँ से भी आपको अच्छे journals you can find. Right? If you go to Springer, your paper is ready. Go to Springer Journal Suggester. Put some of the details, mention of title, text, and subject area. They will suggest you the journal. And every publisher has this with them. Right? So जो बार बार आती error आ रही है journal नहीं पता, you can find it from there. Right. इसके बाद next इसमें okay, H index and I10, and I think then you know it इसके ऊपर अब वो ज़्यादा जरूरत नहीं है. Almatrix is the next thing which is coming up. Almatrix एक नया score आ गया है for new journals and they're using it. It is a total the data of your research. कितने लोगों ने cite किया, कितने लोगों ने Facebook पे भी डाला for researchers. Just see this thing. Wiley and Taylor and Fancy other are using it. So it is a collated record of all of the online shares and mentions of your research. आजकल फॉरेन में ये मांगने लग गए. Almatrix स्कोर क्या है? जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको 5 साइटेशन ही मिले, शायद 5000 लोगों ने आपको प्रमोट कर दिया हो. That is also a point to be noticed. Almatrix score. In the same category, एक point मेरे दिमाग में आया था. I just told. The same category, there is one more thing that we have to see in Almatrix score is that the tools that they use. And it is for you the food for thought. You just work on it and read it more and more. It is an ocean. And this ocean is now coming to India for us to read and get ourselves aware of this. Because otherwise we will be in big troubles. And the universities which are doing well, like MD, like this ADDT University and MIT and MIT and other, we have to sustain this barrage of cloned and predatory journals. And we need to carefully tell our faculty not to be afraid. Do not publish with them. Publish 1 or 2 papers only. I can say it here because I don't know about your university's criteria. Publish only 1 or 2 good papers. It's good to go. Stay slow and stay low in terms of research. Do not publish out of the box papers with out of the box papers. No, you will be caught. And then those were not the good days. Right, sir. Oh, yes, last one.
Dr. Sumit, one question from the
last point. Google alert. You can put your alerts, which I've told you कि आप अपने नाम से कैसे misuse होने से बच सकते हैं. These are the alerts. If somebody uses Suminul anywhere in the world and it is online, I'll get an indication. My Gmail ID is used, I'll get an indication. And if research or this research nomophobia, which is my core area, is published, I'll get an alert. So you please monitor the web for interesting new content. Please get the alerts for your own name so that people cannot misuse your name. Yes, sir, question.
Yeah, one question from someone who's a participant. What about the co-authored papers produced by PhD students?
Yes.
If they are published in a journal or as a chapter of the book, does that count?
Yes, chapter of the book. They should be the first author. मैं कभी भी as a guide first author नहीं बनता, चाहे मैंने भी काम किया हो. So it depends upon the student and guide and university relationship. Guides say that they should be in the paper. Yes, they should be in the paper. We are in the paper with some of the people. But I've just shown you an example where my student has published a paper. I was the editor of that book, so I didn't add my name because I'm the editor of that book. So he simply independently published that paper. So first, the student should be my priority is student. He should be the first author. Now, the second thing is that if it is an edited chapter, it is considered. Or if it is a book chapter, it is considered. It should not be conference paper. कॉन्फ्रेंस पेपर की कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, चाहे वो स्कोपस में चले जाए, चाहे वो वेब ऑफ साइंस में चले जाए, चाहे वो एबीडीसी में आ जाए. जर्नल के पेपर की वैल्यू है, बुक के चैप्टर की वैल्यू है, चाहे वो एडिटेड हो, चाहे वो आपकी अपनी हो.
All right. Okay. Well, are there any more questions? If there are no questions, then I just do a summary and give Dr. Sumit a break because yesterday he has taken a vaccination. I think he needs a break right now.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Sumit sir, do we have any database where we can find out the average publishing time used by a particular journal? Any sort of
अब देखो पेज के जो जर्नल्स हैं अच्छा टाइम लेते हैं, रिव्यू अच्छा चलता है. इंडर साइंस तो 2-2 साल भी बिठाए रखते हैं, पर पब्लिशर की वैल्यू नहीं है. 3 to 4 months. 3 to 4 months should an ideal time.
Okay, that is for assumption. Otherwise, we don't have any database like this.
अभी लिखा कहीं नहीं हुआ है.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
मुझे तो नहीं मिला. अगर किसी को मिल जाता तो I can add that in my presentation.
That would be valuable thing.
आप रिसर्च करिए टाइम के ऊपर. टाइम लिखा हुआ नहीं मिला. जितना मैंने समझा है, जितने मेरे पब्लिश हुए हैं 10-12 ज्यादा पेपर मेरे पास भी नहीं है, 12 पेपर है मेरे पास. तो मैं ये सोच के चलता हूँ 5 महीने के लिए गया और साल के 2 महीने.
ओके सर.
जर्नल फाइंडर एल्सवेयर में टाइम टू पब्लिश देता है, मतलब एवरेज टाइम टू पब्लिश
जर्नल फाइंडर में मिल जाता है. आप यहाँ पे रिफाइन योर रिकमेंडेशन करेंगे तो यहाँ सब मिल जाएगा. देखिए ओपन एक्सेस, सब्सक्रिप्शन, इंडेक्सिंग, मैक्सिमम टाइम टू फर्स्ट डिवीजन, ये देखिए मैक्सिमम टाइम टू फर्स्ट डिसीजन मिल गया. मिल जाती है चीजें.
ओके, थैंक यू.
मेरा ये कहना है, आपको हर चीज की खुदाई खुद करनी है. आपको हर चीज खुद खोद के ढूंढनी है. किसी की सोचने की ये मदद करेगा, वो करेगा, देश बताएगा, गवर्नमेंट बताएगी, गाइड बताएंगे, यूनिवर्सिटी बताएगा. नो, इट इज योर ओन रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एज ए रिसर्चर टू चेक एंड फाइंड आउट दीज थिंग्स. क्योंकि कई बार आप कहीं बैठ जाते हैं कि यार पता नहीं था, गलती होगी. नो, आजकल इसका 4 साल बाद गलती कौन मानेगा ना. 2025 में जब पूरी एनईपी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी पूरी लागू हो जानी है, नई नई चीजें आ जानी है, फिर थोड़ी कोई पूछेगा कि भाई आप उस वक्त कहाँ थे या कहाँ नहीं. इट इज योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू फाइंड अ dig deep. That's it.
Right.
मैं किसी पूछ थोड़ी ना हूँ कि मैंने आज वर्कशॉप लेनी है या कुछ. मुझे पता है काम जरूरी है, डूइंग इट. मुझे भी पता था कि वैक्सीन के बाद इतना बुखार हो जाएगा कि मैं सुबह सोचूंगा कि लूँ ना लूँ. लेकिन आई वाज एक्साइटेड सर को देख के और इतनी स्ट्रेंथ देख के मुझे मजा आया, तो आई वाज फुली एक्साइटेड टू गो ऑन. तो ये खुद करना सारा कुछ. मैं कभी भी गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर कोई काम छोड़ता ही नहीं. मैं देता हूँ कि ये पेपर फर्जी है, नहीं करना ना करें, मैं उसको एक्सपोज कर दूंगा जहां मुझे दिखेगा.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Okay, there is one question which is asked, whether after publishing can any journal demand for EPC?
नहीं, पहले ही होगा जो होगा. तो अगर आप डाउटफुल जर्नल है तो
okay,
मान सकता है, पर वो डाउटफुल हो जाएगा. पहले ही सारी चीजें क्लियर हो जानी चाहिए. जैसे शादी से पहले सारी चीजें क्लियर हो जाती हैं आपस में. तो ये आप रिसर्च कर रहे हैं, आप एक तरह का जर्नल के साथ सारी उम्र रहेंगे, जर्नल का पेपर सारी उम्र सब जगह दिखाएंगे, तो आपकी शादी हो गई जर्नल से, तो उससे पहली बातें क्लियर करनी भैया क्या सिचुएशन है, क्या नहीं है.
But for APC it demands some more euros or dollars?
Ma'am, APC, I told you, if a journal is very good, it is a top notch. Please pay the APC to that journal, and it should be open access. Your paper should be freely available for download. I've given you an example.
Okay, sir.
If it's a useless journal, a third party is asking for an APC, asking a hefty money, and the journal does not stand in the top notch category, do not pay them the APC.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
अभी जैसे मेरे 2-3 पेपर ऐसे हैं कि जिसमें साइटेशंस नहीं आए हैं गूगल स्कॉलर के अंदर, बट इफ आई एम सर्चिंग समथिंग रिलेटेड टू माय कोर एरिया एंड ऑल ऑफ द सडन माय नेम इज इंडिकेटेड इन द रेफरेंस लिस्ट ऑफ दैट पेपर, बट स्टिल आई हैव नॉट बीन साइटेड, तो ये कैसे होता है? साइटेशन में ऐड क्यों नहीं होता है?
गूगल का एल्गोरिथम है, कई बार होता है कि वो पेपर्स वो साइटेशन नहीं उठा पाते। आप गूगल स्कॉलर पे जाएंगे, मेरा स्कोर देखेंगे, मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ, कुछ खास नहीं है, 70-80 हैं, लेकिन अगर आप वैसे ढूंढेंगे तो काफी साइटेशंस हैं। तो ये गूगल स्कॉलर, मैम, अब गूगल स्कॉलर में आई एम नॉट दैट वेरी हैप्पी विद गूगल स्कॉलर। कोई इतनी बड़ी तोप नहीं है, हमने इसको बना दिया क्योंकि इंडिया में बहुत रिस्पेक्ट है गूगल करके, तो ऐसा ही है मैम इनका काम। तो देखिए आपको मैं अपना स्कोर दिखा रहा हूँ, और गूगल स्कॉलर कहीं चलता नहीं है, नोबडी इज आस्किंग, कोई किसी से नहीं मांगता, ये पड़ा है, कोई किसी से नहीं गूगल स्कॉलर का मांगता है। तो ये आप देख सकते हैं। उसके बाद अच्छा, हाँ, इफ यू वांट टू डू समथिंग देन आप ऑर्किड पे आ सकते हैं। मैं सब जगह ऑर्किड ही भेजता हूँ अपना। दिस हैज एवरीथिंग। ये ही आगे फॉरेन ग्रांट्स, अभी मुझे क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स से ग्रांट मिली है, यही आगे ग्रांट्स के लिए आपको चलता है। ऑर्किड आईडी हैज ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन ऑफ योर्स।
तो उसमें सारे साइटेशंस कवर हो जाते हैं।
साइटेशन इट्स लाइक योर पैन कार्ड, आपकी सारी रिसर्च कवर हो जाएगी, उसमें वो साइटेशन अपना ढूंढ लेंगे। जैसे मेरे अब तक कितनी ग्रांट मिली, फंडिंग मैं नहीं बता सकता ना, किसी को मेरे को 10 ग्रांट मिली है, कैसे वो कहेंगे अलाउड कर रहा है, लेकिन वो ऑर्किड देख लेगा, उसको मिल जाएगा अच्छा 10 ग्रांट थी इसके बाद, ये पेपर्स हैं 25 हैं, लेकिन मैं 12-13 के बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि बाकी मेरे बेकार पेपर हैं, लेकिन यहाँ सब डले हुए हैं और सारे ऑटोमेटिकली उठे हुए हैं। ये सारी चीजें आपको इस पर इन्फॉर्मेशन मिल जाती है। ये मेरा जो टेलर यूनिवर्सिटी का कोर्स है, ये पढ़ा है, तो अगर कोई मेरे ऑर्किड आईडी पे आएगा वो मुझे कभी मना नहीं करेगा। तो आई कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन दैट, ऑर्किड आईडी पे, गूगल स्कॉलर पे नहीं मैं कॉन्सेंट्रेट करता।
Okay. There is one question which is not directly related to research publication, but more to do with the person doing PhD. Some of the guides asked to put their name first and second author scholars.
Ethical है, ये unethical मानता हूँ मैं, but ये चलता है sir, it is there.
So it is not a research publication question per se, but I think it is more to do with the PhD and guide.
वो गाइड की एथिक्स क्या है? मेरे पास कई आते हैं ऐसे पेपर, मैं उनको बोलता हूँ, मेरे जर्नल में पब्लिश करते हैं, यार आपने सारा काम किया, आप फर्स्ट ऑथर क्यों नहीं बन रहे? आपका इतना अच्छा पेपर है। कहते नहीं सर, गाइड ने मना किया होगा कि हम पीएचडी रोक देंगे, वी शुड बी द फर्स्ट ऑथर। और जबकि गाइड को कुछ आता भी नहीं है। जब गाइड का प्रोफाइल चेक करता हूँ, गाइड को कुछ आता ही नहीं होता, बट आई पब्लिश देम एंड आई हेल्प देम द रिसर्च स्कॉलर बिकॉज वी डू नॉट चार्ज एनीथिंग एंड इट्स फोकस इन द जर्नल, सो वी पब्लिश देम इन आवर जर्नल। एंड समटाइम्स आई फेस दिस प्रॉब्लम कि जैसे मैं भी अभी अगर दिखाऊँ आपको, एक आधा पेपर है जिसमें जानबूझ के गाइड का नाम, आई डोंट वांट टू एक्सपोज इट हियर, बट जानबूझ के गाइड का नाम फर्स्ट ऑथर आया है और उसको गाइड को कुछ नहीं पता, और काफी अच्छी बड़ी यूनिवर्सिटी में है। आई डोंट डू दैट। मेरे किसी भी रिसर्च स्कॉलर के साथ मेरा फर्स्ट ऑथर पेपर नहीं है।
All right. So I think this was an eye-opener session for all of us who participated in this. There are close to 170,000 registered PhD scholars today in India. And if each one has to publish three papers, obviously there is demand for cloned and these kind of, publications. Because I think there is, on one side, there is a law which makes us publish many papers. All the scholars have to publish many papers as per the guidelines of the UGC. Second is there are no authentic journals, as many to publish. Say, for example, just the time when you are talking about the journalism media publications, there are not too many actually in India. If you see, yes, there are overseas, there are plenty of them.
There are five only.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I am sure there are thousands of PhD scholars who want to publish. So, this gives rise to the demand for cloned and predatory journals is one thing. But given what Dr. Sumit Narula is doing, I would not, I would call it his scholarly approach to the whole subject, and also the community service that he is doing. Conducting around 82 workshops is not a simple thing. And then, you know, what it essentially means to me is, if I'm to put it in terms of pure numbers, 82 workshops must have been at least attended by 100 scholars, which means there are 82,000 people whom, I mean, at least 8,200 people whom we have reached till now. And if each one of them further reach to, you know, it gives a lot of effect. I think the pilot project, or the way in which Dr. Sumit Narula has started, it is going to become a revolution as I see it. You know, it's something to bring respect to Indian research. And I'm sure the noble service that Dr. Sumit is doing, we are still more thirsty to receive more knowledge from him. And Dr. Sumit, I just have to say, you should look here. Please look here.
Yes, sir.
I must say it's.
Oh, sir, thank you for that.
It's a great service. I think all our scholars have benefited immensely, and it is an eye opener for all of us. But this is not the end. I think Dr. Narula and we will come together more often, and we will invite you more often, Dr. Sumit. And I have no words, but I think I thank you on behalf of all the scholars, all the people who attended this session, both on the Facebook Live as well as on this session as well. Thank you very, very much. I think we are grateful to you. We are grateful to you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please do that, sir. Charudat, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Please start your camera. Yes, please adjust your cameras. So I have 5 pages here. So wait for a while.
Right. So it is nice to be with everybody, and I'm very excited, sir, that we made it happen. And thank you for giving this opportunity.
We would like to have you more often, sir. I think we will leave you with that promise that you will come to us more often, and we need your help and guidance on this.
Yes, we will work together.
Dr. Bhojwani, sir. Yes, Dr. Bhojwani.
Definitely, sir. Definitely.
Yeah.
Right. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, all the participants. We'll stay in touch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You can write to us on that email, cdfnd@gw.mt.edu, and I will get back to you. And you can write to Krishnamurthy sir also. He's also now the flag bearer with me, and I think he himself now cashed hundreds of them on his own. So everybody is together. And yes, then when there's a workshop, I would love to have that workshop anywhere in India. It's virtual, it's easy. I can sit at home and can tell you the things. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
so much,
Thank
sir.
you. Right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bhojwani, sir, please copy all the chat before we close. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and sir, if there is any burning question which I couldn't answer, please send me that email.
Sure.
I will answer
Yeah.
that question.
We'll do that, sir.
कुछ लग रहा है मुझे शायद कुछ क्वेश्चंस रह गए होंगे, but because of थोड़ा सा मेरी एनर्जी भी अब I need something.
Yes, sir. We are live.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Hello. Good morning, everyone. I am happy to be here in front of you as a host of this session, which is a very interesting session, which primarily is about how to catch fake, clone, predatory journals in academic environment. I think it's most important for universities like us and for the academic community as a whole to understand what is a fake journal, how to catch a fake journal, and what it is to be a researcher. And we have a personality who has been doing this for the past 1 year. I think the depth of the knowledge in understanding this area, I think, has become a specialty of the resource person, Dr. Sumit Narula. Dr. Sumit Narula is a PhD in electronic media and conflict resolution from Punjab University, Chandigarh. He is presently working as a director, head of the institution, Amity School of Communication at Amity University, Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. He has 3 masters, 2 postgraduate diplomas to his credit, and has published 2 books in mass communication journalism and has also edited 7 books. One of his books, Environmental Awareness and Role of Social Media with IGI Publication USA, has recently been indexed by Clarivate Book Citation Analysis and has also published several national and international research papers in academic journals. He also has been a global trotter, has traveled to London, Dubai, Slovenia, Nepal, Singapore, and Amsterdam for his research work and paper presentations. The core areas of his research are new media, convergence media, media research in print media, electronic media, fake news detection, peace building, and conflict resolution. He is also the editor and chief of the biennial Scopus indexed and UGC Care listed journal named Journal of Content, Community and Communication. He is also the chairperson of recently established Center of Excellence for Detection of Fake News and Disinformation at Amity University, Madhya Pradesh. He also has conducted several workshops in SPSS, Smart PLS, fake news detection, and catching fake and cloned and predatory journals in academics. Now, it was indeed a great pleasure in finding his timing and making sure that the researchers of MIT ADT University have the opportunity